Hey y'all, what's up? Thank you so much for checking this video out. Now you're here because you want some help on your Algebra 1 STAAR test that's about to happen. So this is the spot where you want to be, all right? I'm going to give you the fastest information, right? I'm going to give you the least amount of information, that's going to be the most helpful amount of information that you're going to be able to apply to that STAAR test and pass it, all right? I'm not going to give you, hey guys, there's 54 questions on the test, here's 54 different strategies. No. Hey guys, there's 54 questions on the test, or 50 questions on the test, here are 4 strategies, and all you're going to do is strategy 1, strategy 2, strategy 3, strategy 4, and strategy 4 is guess. And so it's pretty much 3 strategies you got to know. And I'm going to show you how to do all 3 of these in this video right here. All right? 4 steps to your Algebra 1 STAAR success. Let's go. Alright, for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Mr. Shives. I teach Algebra 1. Now, you can start today. I don't care if you don't know any math at all. You haven't done any math whatsoever in your whole entire life, you don't have to know math. I'm going to show you a way that's going to pass the STAAR test without having to know your multiplication tables, not having to know what a positive and negative is when you're multiplying or dividing or whatever else. You don't have to raise any powers to powers, nothing like that, alright? I'm going to show you how to pass the STAAR test without knowing real math, but being able to, okay, I get it, I have some understanding. All right, that's what I'm going to do for you. There's an obstacle in your life, it's Algebra 1, it's that STAAR test. It will keep you from graduating if you don't pass it. So I am here to help you pass that. There's an obstacle in your life. I am here to help you navigate that obstacle and get over it and get around it. There's no geometry STAAR test. There's no Algebra 2 STAAR test. There's no pre-cal STAAR. There's no other math STAAR test in your whole high school life. This is the one. I am the guy. We're here right now, so let's get it done, all right? So let's lock in. Let's get it done. If you want to get smart, just work hard. If you work hard, you get smart. Work hard, get smart. But I'm not smart, certainly. You haven't worked hard. Or maybe I tried to, but my teacher, okay, well, you're with me now. Doesn't matter how you did before. You're with me, we're together, let's go. Work hard, you get smart starting now. You can pass your test starting now. You can pass your test starting now, all right? So you work hard, you get smart, and you'll get results as soon as you do. So when am I going to see results? Well, the results will start whenever you do. So let's get serious and let's get going. All right, first step is, whoa. Before we start our work, we'll make sure we're mentally ready to go, all right? We're not distracted. We're not thinking about other things right now. Oh, I got to do this other stuff at school. Who cares? We're here together right now. We don't know how long this season is going to last. We don't know how long we'll be in each other's lives. So make sure while we're together, we're respecting each other, we're honoring each other, and we're getting the most out of each other, right? I'm about to give you some great information. The whole year of algebra is going to be done right now through this video. All the whole year. I was asking for the whole fall. I just joined the school. I just came to the country from... I got you. It's going to happen right here. You haven't seen one like this. Nobody's seen one like this. There was a 6-step video that we did that, boom, went crazy. This is the 4-step video. It's going to be even better than the 6 steps. Even better than the 6 steps, thank you, Lord. All right, so right here we go. So before we get into that stuff, we have to make sure our mind is right and we're ready to go. It's a student creed. We say this together in my class all the time. I'm never going to ask you to do something unethical, nothing illegal, nothing immoral, and I'll never embarrass you or put you in a negative light. I say this. Let's just get over it and let's say there's power in words. The things that you say happens. It matters. The words that you speak matter. So let's say this over ourselves. Ooh, and it'll be like a wash. We'll be brand new and we're gonna be great. We'll have success on this video. The success from this video will lead to success in the class. It'll lead to success in other classes. Then you'll have a successful life. You'll be winning in all areas. Thank you, Lord. So let's start right now. Winning starts right now. Let's feel what it feels like to get this win. All right, let's go. Student creed on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Today is a new day. I can read well. I can understand what I read. I can remember it and apply it correctly. I have eyes to see, ears to hear, and a mind to understand. It might not be easy, but it's worth it, all right? Let's go. All right, I feel good. Hopefully you feel good. Now, here we go. Before we go into this, you have to watch the thing about the cheat sheet. Watch that cheat sheet video. It explains the cheat sheet. It's 23 minutes. Oh my gosh, I know, but it doesn't really go into detail, but I'll be referencing that. You know what? Matter of fact, just copy the cheat sheet right now. If you have a copy of the cheat sheet, great. If you don't, copy it down right now. I'm about to put it on the screen for you. But I don't have anything to write with. Go find something to write with. So I'm going to wait here for 5 minutes. Sorry guys, it'll be 5 minutes. I'm just kidding. Pause the video, find a marker, find a paper, write this thing down because I am going to reference it so much because all of your answers are on the cheat sheet. Write the cheat sheet down. This video shows shows you how to implement the cheat sheet, how to use it. Hey guys, I've got the ability to read. I can read this. I can understand what it's saying, but I'm about to show you how to apply it correctly. All right, so get the stuff down, write down this cheat sheet I'm about to put on the screen, and let's go. So serious, let's go. All right, cool, you wrote it down? Perfect. Nah, sir, I'm built different. I'm gonna remember it. Lies! You can remember the other algebra your teacher was trying to teach you. That's why you're here right now. Just pause, get the thing done. We think the same. I thought like you, I am you. So let's go, write it down. Get this stuff, ready? For real, go back, pause it, write down that cheat sheet, all right? That's your second chance, second opportunity to do the right thing. Please help me out. All right, here we go. Those guys that did it, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Let's go. All right, here we go. So on the cheat sheet that you wrote down, you see that we have 4 strategies, right? We have 4 strategies. First one is equations with with graphs, tables, points, and all that, right? You match them together. Type it in, match. You have to know about those 4 triangle errors you're gonna see in there, and you gotta know how to fix the y equals 1, how to fix the x equals 1, how to fix the AB one, and how to fix the nothing one. What I do when it says nothing. Now underneath that, you got the 4 equations you gotta know how to master. You gotta master how to box the y. You gotta master splitting it. You gotta master typing it in just like that. You have to master all the ones that have to go all together. You have to know how they look. There's a pattern. You'll see the pattern. Oh, this feels like that. Okay, I get it. So that's all on the top. That's all on the first box. And also knowing the types of solutions. 1 solution, no solution, infinite solutions. Now you got the U, 2 solutions, 1 solution, no solutions. All that's in the top box. Then you got the second box. That's the keywords. All the keywords that we have, right? I gave you a great strategy. Remember those things, right? You got 3 pairs followed by 3 P's, then 3 C's with 3 A's, and then M&M's are good. So let's say them together. Here we go. Ready, set, go. We got slope, rate, domain, range, X, Y. Those are the intercepts. Then you got you got parallel, perpendicular, perimeter. Then you got coins, correlation, causation. Then the last one you have asymptote, axis of symmetry. Then that last A is upside down, that's the vertex. Then after that you have MM. The first M is for maximum, the second M is for minimum, and then the maximum has the HP next to it. That means that there's a highest point there, that's how you know you have a maximum. The minimum has LP, there's a lowest point there, that's how you know you have a minimum. And then the last part we have GD, that stands for growth and decay, and you have the parentheses -1 right next to that. That's the key words. You have to know those things. We're gonna go over every single one of those right now in this video. Oh my gosh, Mr. I know it's the whole year of algebra. I wasn't joking. All right, now go to the third section. The third section is numbers. The numbers in the story, we pull them out in the order that they were given. Pull them out, write them down, we set them all up, and then we do whatever we have to do with them. Maybe we got to just find the choice that has them in the correct order. Or maybe we got to put them in our calculator and now solve it. Who knows? Now you have 3 different scenarios when it comes to numbers in the story. Those are like the word problems, right? First one is they can give you 2 numbers. If they give you 2 numbers, you're trying to find who has the X. If they don't give you an X word, they're going to give you a Y word, a Y-intercept word, hopefully, and that will tell you who the Y is. Then the other guy is the X. Or you're going to have 3 numbers. If they give you 3 numbers, we're going to baseball the first one, the first method, we're used to that. Or you're going to find 3 in a row, and that's your equation. So for the 3, it's either baseball or 3 in a row. Then the last part of the numbers is they're going to give you 4 numbers, and in which case they're giving you 2 points. If they give you 2 points, throw them in your calculator, do the Y1 squiggle it, MX1 plus B, then you have everything that you need for that equation, then you can solve the rest of the answer by doing that stuff. Then the fourth and final step is 1, 2, 3, guess BC with the 5 in the box. That means you're going to go back, revisit the strategies. Is there anything that I missed from step 1 in here? Was there an equation that I might have skipped over? Step number 2, was there a keyword that I might have missed? Step 3, is there a number in the story that I didn't pull out? Maybe they spelled the number out and I just missed it. Okay, well, if you did your due diligence and you went back and made sure you didn't miss anything, cool, great job. Now it's time to guess B or C, and you're only allowed 5 guesses maximum. You can't guess 15 times and expect to do great. Only 5 times, all right? Those are the 4 steps. Now, we're about to do it. I'm so sorry, guys. I know you want to get into it. You probably skipped this part of the video, but I need you to know this. Need you to know this. Need you to know this. To pass a STAAR test, you have to get a 50. If you get a 50 on the STAAR test, that's a lie. Let's start over. To pass a STAAR test, let me tell you about it. If you get a 72 on the STAAR test, the state says you're a master. That is the highest level of passing you could do. 72 and higher, that's a master's. That's like 41 questions, which is so doable. It's gettable. You mean I can miss like 10 questions and still be a master? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right, the second level of passing is meets. That's like a 52 or 54 on the test. So, all right, you saying I can miss like 25 questions and still be a master? So still get meets? Yes, you can. That's still a strong passing grade. Then you have the approaches level, which is still passing, but you are passing at the lowest level that you could possibly pass at, and that is like a 40 or higher. So you got to get like 22 questions correct to be in that lowest possible thing. Now these strategies, man, I promise you get like 48 questions right. There's only going to be like 3 questions that you're going to miss on here because I didn't put them on here. But if you can master this sheet and know how to do all these things, you'll be fantastic. You'll get a great grade on the STAAR test. I kid you not. I made these up myself. I applied them to 7 tests, and it's fantastic. It works. Thank you, Lord. All right, so we can do it. We're not going to shoot for a 40. We're going to shoot for a 50 at least, and we're going to fly high and end up in the 70s, and we can get master score. Our parents will be so proud of us. Our teachers, like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. I never passed before. It's going to be so good. All right, so ready? Here we go. Let's for real? You ready? Now we're going to start. You know what's needed, right? This is not going to take you 6 weeks. It's not going to take you 6 months. It's not going to take you 6 days. This can take you 6 hours, and you'll be great. You'll be ready for that test. So you have to lock in and get your stuff done. Here we go. Ready? Step number 1 is equations. So here we go. It says, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Don't read the story. Don't read. We're not reading. We are not reading. We don't read this. You already took your English STAAR test. You read on that. You read on that test. You don't read on this math test. The more that you read, the more that you're going to fail. So we don't read stuff. You just find the equations. You look at the math parts. But my teacher always said, I get it. I know. We were taught that too. But when I do the work, a principal told me this, Mr. Shives, get the kids to think about math the way that you think about math because I know that you can pass this test. So make sure that, and that changed my whole world. I said, you got it. So I never read. Well, that's a lie. I'll read it if I absolutely have to. But the first thing that I do is I don't read. I look for equations. So here we go. Equation here? Yup. Equation in the choices? Yup. We're going to do this guy. You would stop and do this. This is question 1 on your STAAR test. You stop and do him right now. All right. This guy, equation number 2. Do I have an equation? I don't have one in the question. You got him in the choices. You have it in the choice. So yes, this counts. You can do him right now. I got an equation right here, and I got a picture here. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to match that. Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear on the last one. We're going to type in this guy in the question. If there's an equation in the question, that equation in the question comes first. We would type that into the first line. And then we have equations in the choices. We then type in those choices into the next line. And we are looking for a match. Maybe it's going to give us a picture. Match that picture, and you got it. This guy, the second one right here. They already gave us a picture. So guess what? Now I have all the equations. They're all in the choices. They're in the answers. So your job is type in choice A. See if it looks like that graph. If it does, you've got it. You won. There's going to be plenty of stuff on the STAAR test just like this. You say, well, does it cross the -3 on the X? Does it cross at the -5 on the Y? Then cool, that's the winner. All right, this guy, we have a table. We're going to type him in and match it up. That's what we're going to do. It's going to work because it gives me a table and I have equations. This is what I want. This guy, I got a table with equations. Oh my gosh. This guy, I don't have equations. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to skip him. We would go to another question. We would not sit and do him because he doesn't have an equation. The first step is the easiest step. It's got the equation. It's the most common. It's going to happen a lot on the STAAR test. So if this guy does not have an equation, I will skip him and go to another question that does. So now let's actually work these out. I need you to see what it feels like. So here we go. Ready? Number 1. Is there an equation? Yes. Is there something to match it to? Yes, there's other equations. So we're going to type this in. If you notice, it's got the f of x, which means we type it in just like that. There is no work to do here because you wrote this down on the cheat sheet. All right, got this, got that. By the way, to type in these things, I'm doing Shift 6, and it raises it up to the 2. So ready? Here we go. Ready? I'm there at the X. I just typed in the letter X. Do not use this keyboard. You don't even need it for anything, really. You don't need it at all. So I keep it hidden. I got the f of x equals 6x. How do I get it to the top? I hold shift and I push 6. Now it's raised. I hit the 2. Then I hit the arrow forward one time and it takes me down. Good, I'm back on the ground with all where I'm supposed to be. Then I got the minus 23x plus 21. Hey, it gives me a u. Where do you always go whenever you have a u? Always go to the x line. Where does he cross the x? And these are the ROXS right here, the roots, zeros, x-intercept solutions. I see a 1.5 and 2.333. I don't see that anywhere here. That's okay. That's okay. But if I did though, I'd be done. All right, now I have equations here. Let me type in these guys. F of x equals 3x minus 7, 2x minus 3. Here he is. Look. He was right on top. So it looked like this. It was red. I lost the black line. Where's the black one at? I took off the red. He's right behind him. They're right on top of each other. This is what answers look like. They look like this. If you have this happen, you pick that. You pick that. If it's just like this, you pick that. That's what answers look like. Now, what if I change it to this? How does this look? Is this still the same? No, this is different. This is what non-answers look like. This is not the solution. It does not look like this because they are not all matched up. This is good. We love this. We love this. This is great right here. This, no, we don't love that. That's wrong. All right, that's number one. Good job. All right, this guy right here. There's a graph right here. Where's the equation? Oh yeah, it's in the choices. Let's type these in. Oh, I got a y. I have to box this y, write everything on the right-hand side. Okay, nice. Everything's already on the right-hand side. It's ready to go. So 3 over 5x minus 5. And there is nothing over here with the y. Yeah, all of these are ready to go. The y is by itself. That's what we love to have. All right, I have this graph. He touches down here at the -5. Does he touch down here at the -5? Oh, yes, he does. Oh, yeah, that's the answer. No, wait, let's make sure. He's crossing here at the -8. Is he crossing at the -8? No, he's not. He's crossing at the -3. So it is not choice A. They almost got me, though. Now, choice B. -3 over 5x. Good. And this guy just changes to a -3. Here he is. He's crossing the -3. Nope. It's supposed to cross at the -5. Now we go to choice C. Got the -5 right there. This is a 5. That's a 3. Here we go. He crosses the -5. Yes, he does. That looks good. This guy's crossing the -3. Yes, he is. That looks good. Nice. We got it. Oh my gosh. I am so smart. We know so much math. All we did was type it in. That's all you got to do. If you do this on the test, you'll be great. All right, now let's go to this guy. But you have to practice, though. You have to get this experience. You have to do this walkthrough with me because I already know how to do this. I don't have to do this. I'm doing this for y'all. So please, let's do this together. Do this. Watch me do it, then you do it. Or you try first and then see where you went wrong. All right, now let's do this guy. Here's our table right here. Hit the plus sign, put the table. Whenever you see table, boom, you're going to put all those points in. All those points in. So here we go. This says X on the top. So this whole column is your X column. So you're going to put a 0, not 0, 1, not like this. You can't do it like that. That's incorrect. So the 0 goes, then the 1 goes, then the 2 goes. Then these are all on the X line. These are the Y values. So it's going to be 9, 0, 0, 0. Hey, it's not working. Here's why it doesn't work. You cannot put a comma in your calculator. Do not put commas into your calculator. You're going to ruin it. So it's 9,000. 8, 1, 1, 1. No commas. You cannot put commas in there. 7, 2, 9. No commas. Oh my gosh, is he going to do this for all of them? No, I'm not. I just learned my lesson. There we go. I have them all. Now, once you have all the points typed into your table, you are going to hit the magnifying glass. And it's going to zoom in to where those points are. Let's see. There's the points. Cool. Now I have these equations. Let's type in these equations. I have a v parentheses x minus 9. Remember, it's got the x equals. It's got the parentheses x equals. There's no work to do. So it's 9, 1,000. 1.1 parentheses, raise it to the x. He's not working. Click on the triangle. What does it say? Oh my gosh, I don't know how to fix this. I don't have an error that fixed this. Oh, it's because I put the comma. That's right. Thank you for telling me that. I heard y'all. I had to ignore it for the kids that are going to do this on the test. You cannot put the comma in, not even in the equations. You don't put them at all in Desmos. Watch, I'm going to take out the comma. In 3, 2, 1. There he goes. Now it works. Is this the answer, though? Is this the answer, though? No. How do you know that? Because it's not connecting all the dots. It's just something that happens. Your spirit knows that. It will recognize truth when it happens. No, this isn't it. This feels wrong. Of course, it is wrong. Very good. Now, here's choice B. I keep the front part the same. Changes this guy to a 0.9. Oh! Oh! Yes, you feel that? That's the Holy Spirit saying, that's the answer. You got it. It's leading you. It's guiding you in all truth. So here it is. I love it. Great answer right here. We found it. Now, the second one. Oh my gosh, I got this big old nasty table. I just got to put them all in. Put the table in. God, oh, this is doing too much. You want to take the class again for 9 more months? When you could just sit there and take 9 minutes. This won't even be 9 minutes. It'll be like 90 seconds just to type this stuff in. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's doing it by itself. 7. There's no 8. Good. Go up here. 296, 256, 215, 170, 133, 89, and 51. There's all the points. Where's all the points at? Hit the magnifying glass, please. That is a skill. Hit that thing. Here it is. Okay. Let's type in choice A. 296. It's got the f of x. I love that. There's no work there. Ooh, how does this look? Well, I mean, it kind of... No! Stop trying to make it. It will just happen. Stop trying to make it fit. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. No, this is but I mean, it's going the same direction. I don't care. No, this is not it. Choice B. 337 minus, oh my gosh, there we go. This is it. This is the winner right here. He's hitting these dots. But what about this guy? Okay, the reason why I put this one in is because it says best models. You're going to have some questions where the points don't exactly line up, but this is going to be the best answer. Watch, I'm going to put the other choices in, right? This is the best guy so far. Let me put choice C in. F of x equals, oh my gosh, equals 317 minus 38x. Here's choice C. Is choice C better than this guy? No, he's not. I mean, he's close, but he's not. The blue is touching way more dots. So green can get out of there. Now I'm putting in choice D. 296 minus 38x. No, this guy's even further off. No. So B, the blue guy on my graph is the winner because the second choice goes through most of those dots. And he wins. These other guys now, he wants to be. He hits two of them. No, we have a better option right here. Runs through all of them, right? So make sure you're typing it in, matching it up. All right, now this guy. Whoa, we already said we can't do him right now. We don't know how to do this yet. There's no equation with pictures, so we're gonna just continue through the test until we find more guys that have equations with pictures or things like that. All right, hey, here's equations with pictures. Oh my gosh, this looks so confusing. Let me make it so easy. Ready? This is picture number 1, and this is picture number 2. I have 2 equations in here. This is equation number 1, equation number 2. I have 4 choices. Here's another equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 1, equation number 2. All right, the first picture should belong to the first equation. I have never, I've been doing this for 16 years. You haven't even been alive long enough. I have never, since you've been born, have they ever done it to where this first picture belongs to equation 2. Never done that. So they're not going to start doing it now. And if they do, then we'll have to adjust and find a way to adapt and win. But right now, we're just going to say this first equation should match this first picture. That's what we're going to do. So this first picture, look, they gave me 2 points. Guess what? I'm about to put those 2 points in. I got a 1 with a 1 and a 0 with a -2. Hit the magnifying glass. Okay, here's 1 point. There's another point. So let me type in choice A. It says 3x minus y equals 2. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. What's going on? Hit the triangle. I don't know what to do here. I have no idea what to do here. Okay, this is when you have to learn how to solve equations. So yes, we did equations. Yes, we have equations with tables, graphs, tables, points, and all that. But there's going to be times where you're going to be locked out of answers because you don't know how to unscramble this tangled mess that they gave us. So we have to know how to box the y. So right now we're in that section that says those 4 equations. They're in that first situation that has box the y. So here we go. To box the y, here's what you do. We are going to box the y like this. If I had a pen, I actually do have a pen. I'm so glad we said that. Here's my little pen. Here he is. I am going to write down the equation on my scratch sheet of paper. It says 3x minus y equals 2. I am now going to box the y. You box the y and the sign that he has. That's it. I'm going to draw a line down my equal sign to just find that's the equal sign. That's like the wall that separates both sides. That's the wall that separates, all right, you got the good side, you got the bad side. So the equal sign separates them. You have to know where that is. Now you have to know who the guy you're looking for. There's the y. We always want to look at him. So here he is. Now, the side with the y has to be alone. Is the y by himself? No. And the y is on this left side right here. So here's how you do your work. You are going to type in everything that is on the right side of the equal sign. You are going to start with this side over here. Start with all this over here. So ready, here we go. It's going to be y equals, but it says negative y. We're gonna take care of that later. Just trust me. I got you. So whenever you have to box the y, you will automatically type in y equals. Automatically type in y equals. So y equals. Now start with that side on the other side of the y. So if the y is on the right side, we start with everything on that other side. So it's going to be a 2. Is there anybody else after the 2? Nope, I don't see anything else. Okay, good. Now I'm finished. Now I have to go back to the y's side, and I'm going to change the sign of everybody who is not in the box with the y. So, is there anybody on the y's side that is not in the box? Yes, who is it? It's the 3x. Okay, so I'm going to get this guy right here. I'm going to get this guy right here. And I'm going to change his sign. But to change his sign, you have to know what kind of sign he has right now. What kind of sign does he have right now? He doesn't have. Oh, he's got the negative? No, the negative belongs to the y. So what is it? He doesn't have one. He has a positive. If there is no sign, it's a positive. So I'm going to go ahead and write a positive here so I don't forget that. Okay, he's really got a positive. So when I bring him to the other side, I got to change him. So he will, instead of being a positive 3x, he will then change into a negative 3x. So I have y equals 2, because that's what I started off with. The y equals was automatic. That 2, he's automatic because he's just sitting there waiting for something to happen. Now I change that positive 3x to a negative 3x. Okay, there he goes. Now the last step is I look at the box with the y. So I'm right here with the y. And I'm going to put the number that's with the y underneath everybody. I'm going to divide that. So I'm going to click and highlight. Do not highlight the equal sign. Highlight everything after the equal sign. So there he is. Hit the little divided by button. There's a big long fraction. You have to have this. If you have this, that's wrong. You cannot highlight everything. If you have this, that's wrong. You cannot highlight the equal sign. So it's going to be after the equals, everything after the equal sign. Then hit the slash. There we go. Now I'm going to put the number with the y. Okay, what number is with the y? I don't see a number. Do you see a sign though? Do you see a sign with that? Yes, I do. What sign do you see? I see a negative. Am I going to change that? Do I change? No, you don't change that. You change the guys outside the box. The guy in the box, you put at the bottom. The guy in the box, you push him to the bottom of the equation. So in the box, I have a negative. What number do we have? I don't have one, so do I just put a y? No, because we already have the y. The y is already here. We can't have two y's in there. So then what do I do? What number does it have? I know those of you guys have been saying -1. I'm so proud of you. But I gotta wait. I gotta make sure I gotta go through everybody's thoughts that they're having. So what number is with this -y? Do you see a number there? I don't. Is it a 0? No, because you would see a 0. All right, here's a tip. If you don't see a number, you put 1. If you don't see a number there, you just put a 1 there. There we go. So it's a -1. And oh my gosh, it goes. Not only does it go, but it goes through our little points that we had. I had this point already, the 1, 1, and it's up here. I had the negative, and it goes to it. Nice. So I know for sure that this first equation belongs to him. So I love that. Now I can go on to the second test. The second test is, does this second equation belong to this table? So I'm going to go ahead and turn this guy off so he doesn't distract me. And now I'm going to type in this table right here. I'm going to go new table. Here he goes. -1, 0, 1, 2, 6, 4, 2. Ooh, I messed up. 6, 4, 2. Oh, 0. No, I put an extra 3. All right, I have this. I click the magnifying glass so I can see these numbers. Okay, here we go. Ooh, this guy's kind of bothering me right now. I want to just get rid of him for now. All right, so I have this right here. Now I'm going to type in the second equation. All right, the second equation. Here we go. Let's type him in. Sorry, you're right. You're right. Let me do it. Let me type him in just the way he looks. 2x. Can I type him in just like that? No! You are going to box the y. Why are you going to box the y? Because there's a y there with the x. There's a y there. Anytime you see a y, we are going to box the y. So let me come back and write this down. I got to get my scratch sheet of paper, my testing ticket, whatever you used. Get your testing ticket. Here we go. We are going to write this guy down. And he says, I wrote it down in the calculator, thank you Lord. It says, oops, let's click out of here. Okay, it says 2, dummy. It says 2x plus y equals 4. Okay, I will box the y with his sign, draw a line down the equal sign. One side is a good side, one side is a bad side. Now, I will start automatically in the calculator with y equals. It's going to be y equals. It's going to finish like that. So it's going to be y equals. Who's after the equal sign? This 4. So he stays there. Then I'm going to go here to the guy on the y side. Find him. Okay, circle him. And everybody on the y's side, we're going to change your sign. So I don't know what he has. What does he have? He's got a positive because he has no sign. You make it a negative. So it's going to be a -2x. There we go. Now we're going to divide by the number with the y. What number's with the y? I don't know, but it's a plus. Let's see. I don't have a number there. What do I put when I don't have a number there? I just asked you that 3 minutes ago. You put a 1. Beautiful. So this right here is the equation we should be typing in. So let's go. Let's unscramble this correctly. Y equals 4 minus 2x. Divide it, highlight it, don't do the equal sign, plus y? No, plus 1. Nice, and he goes through all those points. We got our answer here was choice A. That's a lot of work. I kind of taught you the skill as we did the problem, so it's not a lot of work. You absolutely have to know how to box the y. If I was you, I would spend time typing these other choices in. Make sure you can do it. Make sure you know how to do that stuff. It's super important. All right, here we go, number 3, or the next one. All right, now we got this guy. Do we have an equation somewhere with it? Yes, we do. Nice. This is still step 1. All right, I got a picture. I got equations. Let's type these in. Let's go. So I got y minus 5 equals negative 4 over 5, parentheses x minus 1. Oh, it's not working. Click on the triangle. It doesn't give me one of the errors. Ugh, I don't know what to do here. What do you do here? This guy, we have to, we have a y. We should box the y. Oh my gosh. Let me get back to my little notes so I can make sure I type it in correctly. So here we go. Let's get this guy out of here. Oopsie, sorry. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Come back to brushes. All right. So the equation says y minus 5, so I'm going to write it down the way it looks. Y minus 5 equals negative 4 over 5, x minus 1. Cool. Now, find the y. Here he is. Box him. Box him. Draw a line down the equal sign. Now, the rule is you got to start it off with y equals, right? Got to hit it with that y equals. So it's going to be y equals. Sorry, I should write it down first. You're right. I'm going to put y equals. Now, the whole back side goes in. Everything on this right-hand side doesn't even change. It stays negative 4 over 5, parentheses x minus 1. Okay. Let me type that in. So it's going to be y equals negative 4 over 5, parentheses x minus 1. Okay, now I go back to the y side and I change everybody's sign that is not in the box. Is this negative 5 in the box? No, he is not. So you would go and grab him, throw him to the other side, and change his sign. He then becomes a positive 5. So I'm going to put a plus 5 out here. There he is. So since I graphed it, does this picture look like that picture? No, he doesn't. So it's not going to be him. So get him out of here. Okay, now let's go to the next part. I got y equals, because you already know already, I got to box this y, so I boxed that y. I type in the whole right side, 4 over 5, x minus 1. Then I come back over here, this says minus 5. What do I put? I put a plus 5. Oh, dang, this kind of looks like it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's supposed to be parallel. That's a key word. It's going to be parallel to point P. So it's not supposed to be point P. It's supposed to be parallel to point P. So here I go. And it says it's supposed to hit W. So let me type in choice W. What is that? It's 1, 5. That's the point. Let me go to here. Put the point 1, 5. Oh, dang, this guy hits it. And it does look parallel. I like him. I'm going to save him. Now let me type in the third choice. Y equals. Well, type in all that side over there that's just waiting for you. Negative 5 over 4, parentheses, x minus 1. Okay, cool. Then I put a plus 5. That's not, oh, he hits the point, but he's clearly going a different direction. It is not choice C. Now we go to choice D. It's going to be y equals. Type in all that junk that's waiting for you. That's not on the y side. There it is. Now we're going to change that sign on that 5. Okay, dang. This guy also goes through the point. So what are we going to do? Now we're going to test it with these points. Let's type in the points that P has. P goes through, what is this? Negative 5 and negative 2. So I'm going to go ahead and add those points to my table right here. Now I'm going to go new table. Let's go new table. It is negative 5 and negative 2. And then the other point is, let's see, positive 5 and positive 6. So it's going to be 5 with a 6. Zoom, hit the magnifying glass. Where are you? Where are you? Does it look like, if I was to draw a line that connects these dots, does it look like this blue line that I have is parallel to the line that would touch these dots? No, it sure doesn't. Let me go back to this top guy. If I was to connect these dots right here, does it look like this line is parallel to those dots? Yes, it does. We got it. Our answer is whatever choice that was. What is that? Choice B. Our answer is choice B. Great job. Awesome. All right, now this guy, hey, there's an equation here. There's no picture though, but wait, hey, maybe I should box the y. There is no y to box. Good. Now when there is no y to box and there's an equal sign, we're going to split it. To split it, all you're going to do is cut it down the middle at the equal sign, and you're going to type in the first side like this. 2 over 3, parentheses, m minus 9. I'm not changing anything. Just typed it in. When the equal sign comes here, you just hit enter and go to the next line. You got 1 over 3, parentheses, m minus 27. All I did was type it in the way it looked. Hey, there's a triangle error right here. What does this say? Try adding y to the beginning. Hey, that's an error we know how to fix. Good, y equals. It's a y equals error, by the way. You don't read the whole thing. You just look for the guy in parentheses, or in quotes. This guy says y equals. So you always put a y equals error in the very front. So now I have that. What does this guy say? Y equals, nice. So put a y equals there. Cool, I can't see him though. Let me hit the home button to fix my zoom. Here he is. Now I have 2 lines right here. Hey, look at the solutions. Where do you always go whenever you have 2 lines? You see if they cross. And where they cross, that's the solution. The answer is always the x. Unless it tells you to find the y. But it'll tell you to find the y like 1 out of 1,000,000 times. 1 out of 1,000 times. Maybe 1 out of 100 times. So always put the x value. So here it's -9. I would pick choice A and be done. Splitting it is so easy. Splitting it, but you have to recognize it. It's when there's no y, but there's still the equal sign, you can split it. Alright, here's this guy. There is a y. Oh my gosh. So we should box the y. But there's a y here. We should box. Which one? We can't box any y's. If they have 2 y's, we can't box, so we have to split. So we're going to split this equation. So it's going to be 3y plus 21. Equal sign means hit enter. 3 parentheses y plus 7. Got it. Triangle error, it says x equals. How do you fix the x equals error? Put x equals in front? No, do not do that. You're going to get it wrong. It means replace the y with x. Take out that y and put an x in there. Now the other guy, same error. It's going to say x equals. Take out the y, call it x. Okay, something's going on. Let me fix my zoom. What's going on here? Where's the line at? Oh my gosh, it's the exact same line. You have a little note there. What does it mean when you have a line right on top of the other line? Is that infinite solutions or no solutions? That is infinite solutions. So we got infinite solutions right here. Now this guy. Oh, is there a y there? Nope. Is there an equal sign? Yep, so I can split him. We love to split. There's going to be 2 or 3 of these on your STAAR test. Find these guys. They're so easy. Blah, 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 right there. Then we got 3 parentheses, q plus 3. Here he is. Triangle error says add y equals. Hey, you know how to fix that. Triangle error says y equals. You know how to fix that. Put it there. Got it. These guys don't touch. What about lines that don't touch? No solutions. Very good. Awesome. Great job. All right, now we got this guy. Hey, it's got this little g of, I did an f of x stuff like this before. And whenever it has the x in parentheses just like this, when it's got a little letter and an x with the equals, you type it in just like that. So here we go. I'm just going to type it in just like this because I know that I can. It should work. I've done some practice before. Okay. Yes, he does work. Awesome. Now this other guy, G20, I don't know what to do with it, but I should probably type it in. Typed it in, and oh my gosh, I get an answer of 282. Is that there? Yes, it is. You're done. They give you one of these on the STAAR test every year too. Go find him for sure. Oh my gosh, that's a that's a slam dunk. It's not even a layup. Not even it's a boom. It's that. So find that guy on the test. Next question, it says blah 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 equivalent blah, blah, okay, who cares? Equation with equation? Yes, type it in. There's no y, so I don't have to box it. There's no equal sign, so I can't split it. So I type it in just like that. Type it in just, there's no equal sign, so you can't split it, so we type it in just like that. Here it goes. Triangle error, what does it say? Y equals, I know how to fix that. Put a y equals in the front. Boom, I get a u. Click on the x lines. I got a 4 and a -3.5. It didn't ask me for that. It's okay though. It's gonna though, and it's gonna be so great when it does. Type in choice F, 3n plus 3. Triangle error, y equals, I know how to fix that. Y equals, what is this? Nope, that's not it. That's not even matching. Get out of here, buddy. Put in choice B now. Choice B says n minus 28. Triangle error, y equals. Okay, I probably just got to keep y equals here for this whole question. Where is he? Where is this line? No, this isn't it. Wait, but he's touching this vertex though. He's almost touching. No, it's not. No, 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 no. No, well, maybe. No, no, it's got to hit the x line. It's got to hit these. These are the answers. The question doesn't say go find the vertex, or it doesn't say go find the y-intercept. So let's not look down there. No, can't be the answer. Choice C, 2n squared minus 15n minus 28. Triangle says y equals, so hit y equals. This is not matching. Get him out of here. Second choice, sorry, last choice. It's gonna be the last choice. Let's just click J and go to the next one. No! Let's be sure I need to pass this test so my teacher can pass me for the year. I don't know about your teacher, but me personally, if the kid passes the STAAR test, I get them out. I'm like, get out of here. You got your, the state says you know enough, so I'm gonna get you through as well. Maybe you can ask your teacher that. Show them this part. All right, you go, y equals blah, 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 minus 28. Where did he go? Where's the purple? Yes, it's happening. It's happening. I love that. It just scratches my brain so good. Scratches my nice, smooth brain. I love it. Cool. This guy. Yuck, big old nasty equation. There's no equal sign. Yeah, no, so I can type it in just like this. Wow, but I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. Don't be scared. You haven't even tried it yet. There he is. Triangle error says GH. Okay, stop real quick. The first triangle error says y equals. You know how to fix that, right? Put a y equals in the front. The second triangle error says x equals. You fix that by taking the y out and putting an x in there. The third triangle error you got to know is the AB error. And the AB just represents any two letters that they could show you. Like it could be AB, in which case you put A equals 1.1, B equals 2.22. It could be DE, in which case you'll put D equals 1.1, E equals 2.22. It could be any letters that you want. You don't have to change all the letters to AB. So this one says GH. Well, guess what? We treat it just like AB. But instead of AB, I'm typing in G equals and H equals. The first one is always 1.1. The second one is always 2.22. I get an answer of 63.8888. All I got to do now is type in each of these choices and see which one matches him. Plus 18. Is this correct? No, it's not. I'm looking for a 63 point something. Also, make sure you type this in correctly. Otherwise, you got to go back and type them in again. Now I'm on choice B. This is a 2. That's okay. Nope, this is incorrect. Now I'm on choice C. This is a 4. -2 plus 3. Got it. It's choice C. I found the match. Now you're done. Go to the next one. All right, now we're on this guy. I see an equation. There's no y, so I don't have to box y. There's no equal sign, so I can't split it. Perfect. I type it all in just like that, and it should work. M to the 7 all over 4k to the 3rd. M to the 14. Nice, here he is. Hit the little triangle, it says KM. So I put a K equals. This is just like the last one that we did with the GH. Cool, so I don't have to change this to GH. This is the AB strategy. You don't have to change the KM to AB or the GH to the AB. So it goes K equals 1.1. The second letter was M equals, and it's going to be 2.22. What if there was 3 letters? Well, then it'd be 3.33 on the next one, or with 3 3s in the back. Or a 4 with 4 4s on the back if they give us 4. So here it is. Here's my answer, 0.02. Cool. Type in choice A. Hopefully he matches. Let's see, oh, sorry, it wasn't finished. No, he does not match. Get him out of there. Let's move on to choice B. Just got to change that to a 4. There's a cool, nice. Yes, choice B works. Got it. Easy peasy. Just type it in. My goodness. Next guy, here we go. I see blah, blah, a bunch of junk. There's a Y there. Do I got to box the Y? No, because there's no equal sign, so you're not boxing the Y. There's no equal sign, so you can't split it. So we're going to type it in just like that. 1 over 3, parentheses, 6x squared, y, close the parentheses. Then we're going to square that dude. Parentheses, 2x to the 3rd, y to the 4th. Cool, there he is. Triangle says... it doesn't say anything. It doesn't give me. It doesn't say y equals. Doesn't say x equals. Doesn't say AB or KM or GH or whatever the letters are. Doesn't say XY. It says nothing. So hold up real quick. Maybe you haven't tried it. Here, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do it just for you. So I got x equals 1.1 and y equals 2.22. Does it work? Well, it gives me a picture. Should I just go? No! Because the calculator has already defined what x is and what y is. It uses them. Those are special letters to the calculator. So we can't use x and y. That's why our step says, when the error says nothing, meaning it doesn't say one of those 3 things that we want it to say, that means we probably have an x, y in there. Let's change that x to A, and then change the y to B. There's another x, and there's another y. Okay, I changed him. Still gives me an error. AB, I know how to fix that. We just did that. This is why it says AB, because we're going to do this sometimes. There we go. Now I have a number, so let's go. Type in choice A. 4x, raise it to the 7. Y, raised to the 6. Triangle error doesn't work. Oh my gosh, it's because I didn't. If you change the x and y on top to AB, guess what you got to do to all the choices? Very good. You've got to change them also to A and B. So x is A, y is B. Nope, that isn't it. Let's go to choice B, 24. Yep. Yes, perfect. It matches. 5598. We got it. We're done. Cool. This is the one that you have to do like that. This is it. Now this guy. Oh, easy. Oh my gosh. They're going to give you one of these on the STAAR test. Go get this guy too. Get that one that had the f of x equals whatever, then they give you a number. Get that one. Come get this one. Those are 2 slam dunks. So let's type this guy in. To get that little symbol, like you could go down here. You could open up your keyboard and then hit that button. You could do that. I don't. I never use the keyboard. So if you want to be cool, you want to be fancy, you can just type in SQRT for square root, and it gives you the radical. So now I put the 600 in there, and I'm looking for a 24 point whatever. Put in choice A. Oops, sorry, put in choice A, 6 SQRT, put a 10. Nope, not it. Now choice B has them swapped, so put the 6 on the inside. There it is, nice, got it. So if you want to be fancy, do the SQRT, you get the thing. If you want to go down here, click open up the keyboard, click on the guy, you can if you want to. It's just, it takes too long for me, so I don't do it that way. Me and my ADHD, we can't figure that out. All right, next guy, here we go. Hey, I've got an equal sign. Maybe I should split it. No, you cannot split this. Why not? Because you see an x2. Anytime you see that little tiny 2 on the top, that means that's the big brother. We need everybody to be on his side. We all got to run to his side because he's going to protect us. So here we go. Let me get my little notes out because I got to write this. I got to solve this equation because I can't just type it in like that either. So here we go. We are going to type this guy in. And we type them in just like this. So I'm going to go 5x squared equals 30x minus 45. Okay, this is the good side. We're great here. We want this. So who's on the bad side? This guy is on the wrong side, and this guy is on the wrong side. Well, if they're on the wrong side, it means they have the wrong sign. So all you got to do is to flip it. Flip the sign. Flip their side by flipping their sign. So it's going to be 5x squared. This 30 was a positive 30. He is now going to be flipped to a negative 30. This 45 is a negative 45. So he is going to be flipped to a positive 45. So that's what I'm going to type in the calculator. So here I go. I got 5x squared minus 30x plus 45. Nice. I have this picture. I got a U. Where do you always go whenever you have a U automatically? You always go to where he touches the x-axis, and he's touching one time, so there's one solution, and it's right here at the 3. And it just so happens that it's the vertex. So the vertex is here. Is this a minimum or a maximum? It's a minimum. Man, you know all this stuff already. Okay, cool. So I got the answer here at 3. Let's see if there's a choice that says 3. Oh my gosh, there is. I love it. So easy. Answer is choice A. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, now I got this guy. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do here. Oh, there's a little 2 on the top. So I can't box the y here. There's no y to box. I can't split it at the equal sign because I have a little 2 here, and I can't type it in just like that because there is an equal sign. Okay, now I have to put them all together with the big brother side. So we all got to be together. So here we go. We're going to write this guy down because I got to do some work here. I got to make sure I have it all written down correctly. Here we go. Erase that junk. All right, it's going to be 5 parentheses x plus 3, close the parentheses, squared equals 75. Okay, here's the x squared side. All of this is good. There's the equal sign. This is the bad side. So we got to change this guy. All right, so I'm going to write down the same exact thing because this side is fantastic, does not need any work. This 75, is he positive or negative right now? He is positive. We got to flip the side because he's on the wrong side. So you got to flip the sign. So he now becomes a negative 75. That's your answer. That's what we're going to type in. So here I go. Here I go. It's going to be 5 parentheses x plus 3, close the parentheses, square him, minus 75. I get a picture. Oh my gosh, it's a U. Of course it's going to be U because there's a little 2 on the top. So let me zoom out so I can see it, okay? Go where he touches the x line. It's here and it's here. So I'm looking for an answer that says negative 6.8 and a positive 0.8. Let's see. Let me minimize this guy. Whoa, I don't see any of those. Shoot. Make sure there's no keyword here. You know, it says solutions, and these are solutions. It's on the x-axis. What do I do? You got to type this in. Okay, if you are going to type this in, watch this. Watch it. First, I'm going to store my answers. I don't want to forget these. So negative 6.8, negative 6.8, and a positive, I think it was 0.8. Let me make sure. And a positive, 0.87. Let me do that. 0.87. All right, now here we go. I got these choices here. I got A, B, C, D. What the heck is that weird? Is that an equal sign with the top? What? This is a plus minus. You see this in quadratics, and I'll show you how to fix it. So don't worry about it. His name is plus or minus. That's what the sign is. So you read it as negative 3 over 5 plus or minus the square root of 15. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to type in this choice. This has 2 ways for us to type it in. You do it first time with the plus sign, and then you check your answer. If the first answer works, then you check it with the negative sign to see if you get the other answer. So we're going to go one time for the plus sign. So I'm going to type in negative 3 over 5 plus square root, I go SQRT because I'm fancy like that, Well, I got a 3.27. Was I looking for a 3.27? Is that what I got? No. So I can erase him, get rid of him. But don't you got to check the negative though? No, you don't. If the plus doesn't work for one of them, then it doesn't matter if the negative works because you still don't have the other answer. So they both have to work. So the positive has to work for one of those solutions. So I'm going to get him out of there, but I'm not really going to erase him. I'm just going to type over, see what I got to fix. Let's see, the top part stays -3/5. I keep the plus sign because I'm doing the plus or minus. I'm doing the plus first. I just got to change this guy into a 3. And let's see what he gives me. A 1.1. No, it's closer to him, but still not it. Go to choice C. I got to change the front to a -3. And I keep the 3 underneath here. It says -1.2. No, that's still, I don't feel good with that. That's not close. The last one says -3, square root of 15. Type that in. I got a 0.87. Oh, perfect. This matches this guy. So the 0.87 is done. That works. Now I gotta do the minus sign. So I keep everything the same. Change the plus sign to a minus sign. There he is, and there he is. It matches. Our answer here is choice D. That's how you deal with this guy. So this is a plus or minus. And you got to do it one time with the plus sign, and then if you get an answer, you check the minus sign and see if you get the other answer. It's really easy. It looks difficult, but if you practice, you have to gain the XP. You got to gain those experience points by going through the work, by doing this, and you'll be fine. All right, now we got this guy, right? Well, now we're going to talk about our triangle errors. So we've gone through the top part, right? We went through all the examples of equations with graphs, with tables and points and all that stuff. We did that. Then we went through the 4 types of equations you got to do. We did the box to y, we did the split it, we did the just like that, and we just did this last one of the all together where you got to be all together with the big brother. I should maybe call it big brother going forward. Who knows? Who knows? And then now we're on to the next section, which is the triangle errors. All right, these are the triangle errors you should know how to fix. All right, you should know how to fix these, which we already did before. All right, I did them while we were solving the other ones, but I'm going to do them now so we can all see it. So here we go. So we're going to go 2a plus 5, 3a minus 2. Here he is. Doesn't work. He says try adding a y equals. Oh my gosh. Y equals goes in front. We have this. And now all you got to do, because we did problems like this before, all you got to do now is type in all these choices and see which one matches, and you'll have your answer. Awesome. Easy peasy. All right, now we got this guy. All right, we have a y. Maybe I should box the y right here. I can't. Well, which y are you going to box? There's like 3 of them. So you automatically can't box the y. There's too many. So now is there an equal sign? Yes, there is. So we're going to split this guy. So we're going to go 2 parentheses 40 minus 5y, close the parentheses. Equals means enter, so we go down to the next line. 10y plus 5, close the parentheses. All right, open parentheses. 1 minus y, close parentheses. I have this. Triangle says x equals. Oh, let me read this whole thing. It says try adding x equals to the beginning of the equation. Cool, you do that. Congratulations, you just tricked yourself. You just played yourself, and now you're going to get a wrong answer. That is not what we do. If it says x equals, because remember, we don't read the words outside of it, because I did that. I went through every single step. What could the kids do? What mistakes could we make? What mistakes could I make? How could I be tricked? How can I not get tricked? Okay, now let me show them how not to get tricked. So to not get tricked, you only read the guy in quotes. Like we said, it's either going to say y equals, x equals, or some 2 letters, A or B, K, M, G, H, any letters. So if it says y equals, put the y equals in front. If it says x equals, our steps say take the y out, change it to x. So this y is now going to become an x. And this y is going to become an x, and this y is also going to become an x. Cool, now we have 2 lines. Where do we always go when we have 2 lines? We go where they touch, but you knew that. You know that already. And it says 5, you go find the 5 and you got it. That's it. So that's the x equals error. This guy, we just did him, right? When you typed him in, I'm just going to do this. I'll put a 16 in the front. When you type him in, you're going to get an error. It's going to say KM. What do you do when it says KM? You have to put K equals 1.1, M equals 2.22, and then you've got it, and now you can get your answer. You type in all the choices. Boom, we just did that guy. This guy, we just did him. What's the trick here? He's going to give me an error. The error is going to say nothing because I don't know how to fix that. I only know y equals, I don't know x equals, and I only know km, a, b, all that. I know those. I don't know this when it says nothing. So if it says nothing, I shouldn't have erased that guy. Let me just keep him in. 16xy. I get an error. Doesn't work. Try adding. Don't read that. Don't know what to do here. This is when you got to change the xy to ab. Error still, oh, A equals 1.1, B equals 2.22. Got it. Now I know how to do this. Don't forget to change those choices, and that's it. All right, so we just finished the first step. You got all that thing for equations. That's going to help you so much on the test. You can get like, oh my gosh, like 18 or maybe 22 questions correct from knowing how to do that top part. I haven't done the actual math on that, but by itself, the equivalent parts by themselves that are already in there, that was 9. And then when you got to solve for y and do that, that was 18. So you could possibly have like 30 questions already correct. I don't want to say 30. I'll go like 27, 25. You can know how to do those just from doing that top part. Now we're on the keywords part. The keywords can be so simple. They're very important. They're listed in order of the most common, most important to the, all right, these are only going to be one on the test, maybe this year, maybe not this year, but it's important to know them because they are easy. These are gettable. I didn't give you the most hardest things on here. I left those out. I just gave you the gettable things and of course the slam dunks that we can't miss, all right? So now we're on the keywords part. Keywords, don't forget how to memorize them. It's 3 pairs, 3 P's, 3 C's, 3 A's, M&M's are good. 3 pairs, 3 P's, 3 C's, 3 A's, M&M's are good. All right, now here we go. We're going to list them. Here we go. Starting from the top, it goes slope rate, domain range, XY, parallel, perpendicular, perimeter, coins, causation, correlation. Now we're on the A's. You got asymptote, axis of symmetry. That last A is upside down. That's the vertex. Now you got M&M's are good. The first M is maximum, HP, max HP. Then you have minimum LP, min LP. Then you have GD, that stands for growth and decay. You don't have to write that. Then you have parentheses -1 right next to that growth and decay. All right, those are our keywords. We're about to do problems over all of these words. So lock in, let's go. Here it is. All right, first one is, we're on the slope rate part. So all of these first sets of questions are going to deal with everything you'll see for slope and rate. All right, here we go. I see this question. Let me clear this calculator. I see this question. Blah, 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 blah. There's no equation. Oh, there's an equation right here. So I could type it in. Yeah, you could type it in. And I don't know about this. There's a keyword right here in the question. Sorry, in the answer. It doesn't have to be only in the question. Like, it doesn't say slope up here. Find the slope or what is the rate. It doesn't say that. It's listed in the choice, so now our brains have to think about it because it's in the choice. We got to think about this. So the equation of the line is slope is undefined. Do you know what undefined slope looks like? You drew a picture, right? On your cheat sheet, you drew a line. When you have the slope word, then you have an arrow going from that pointing you to all things slope. All right, you have a line that goes up, flat, down, up. So it goes, the up, there's a little U there. That U reminds you of the U word, the undefined word. So when you see a line like this, that's undefined. Then you see a flat line, that's 0, down line is negative, up line is positive. So you see that U, you should automatically know it's going to be undefined. So I have choice A that says it, and I have choice D that says it. Now it's our job to type in this other part and see what looks like that picture. I got x equals -4. Let's see, he crosses at the -4. Does he cross? Yes, he does. I'm going to keep him, but I'm going to mute it so I don't have to look at it at the same time and get confused. This is choice D. This is obviously not the choice. So my answer here is going to be choice A. Easy. Was that hard? Heck no. Easy peasy. All right, now we got this guy. Blah, 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 and there's nothing here, so there's no keywords. What represents it's not a keyword. Grid, no, there's no keywords here. Don't know. Shoot, I see a flat line though, so what do you know about it? You know that it's 0 slope, and so my brain wants to click on one of these zeros, but it can't though because it doesn't say that the slope is 0. So, this is like the one that we just did. Let's type in a choice, y equals 0. It is flat just like that, but that's not what we want. Y equals -6. Let's see, he crosses the -6. Does he cross? He does cross that -6. I'm going to keep him. I'm just going to mute the line. Now I'm going to type in choice C. I get x equals 0. Okay, it's on the y-axis. This is not it. Then I type in the next choice. X equals, no, it's not it either. So we know for a fact that it's choice B. And this is a 0 slope right here. 0 slope just like this. All right, cool. Easy peasy. Next one. All right, there's no equation, no graph. There is a graph, but there's no equation for me to type into. Holy cow, I don't know what to do. There's some points, but there's no equation, so I can't do anything. The keyword is slope. Now, what do you need to find slope? This is in that box, all right? We had some pictures. We have to know what undefined is. No 0 slope, super important. Know those first. Now we got to know here. What do we do when we have to find slope? Well, you have some notes there. How do you actually calculate the slope? You got to have 2 good points. Put them in the table. Y1 squiggle mx1 plus b. Type in the m, and then be ready for the fraction. All right, here we go. So how do you find the slope? Hey, it gave us the 2 good points. You're going to put them into a table. Hit that plus sign. Go here. -2 is the first point. And then the other guy is 4, 2. Someone's going to ask, does it matter what order I put them in? It does not matter the order of the points that you put them in. You can put the 4, 2 first, and you'll be fine. But it does matter that you don't swap them. You cannot put the 2 first and then the 4. Like, I can't put this. This is when you're wrong. You can't put this in. Now I'm wrong. That point is not true. That's a lie. You just made that point up. So the 4, 2 can go either in the top section, in the top row, or in the bottom row. That part doesn't matter. All right, so every time I put in points in the calculator, I always hit the magnifying glass so I can see them. All right, there they are. Now do y1 squiggle, m, x1 plus b. How'd you get the squiggle? The squiggle's on the top of your calculator. It's on the top left, right above the escape key. You're gonna hold shift, sorry, right beneath the escape key. Hold shift and put push that button that's right next to the 1, then you get the squiggle. So it's y1 squiggle, m, x1 plus b. If for some reason yours isn't working, well, like this equation, you typed it all incorrectly, you might have an x2 up here or a y2 up here. So you can either just erase that, start a new table, and let's do it again, and it'll reset to x1 and y1 up here. All right, if for some reason it doesn't work, check that and you'll be fine. All right, so here we go. I did the y1 squiggle, mx, so here you go. To find slope, I found 2 points, right? They gave them to me. I put them in the table. Sorry, I put them in the table. Great job. I did the equation, y1 squiggle, mx1 plus b. Now the next step says type in m. This is going to be my answer, but the last part says be ready for the fraction. All these choices are fractions, so I have to be ready for that fraction. So you click on this little fraction button, and I get 2 over 3. Do you have a 2 over 3? Yes, I do. It's choice C, and you got it. You're done. Next one, oh my gosh, I've got this graph right here. What do I do here? There's no equation, so I can't match it. I don't know what to do. Let's read find the key word. Rate. Rate. All right, rate of change. Rate. Rate means slope. So what do you need to find slope? 2 good points. By the way, it's not undefined. I don't see it flat, so it's not an easy one. And now I got to actually calculate the slope. Got to find 2 good points. Put them in the table. Y1 squiggle, mx1 plus b. Hit the m. Be ready for the fraction. Do we have 2 good points? Did they give us 2 good points like they did in the last problem? No, they didn't. So what are you going to do here? You have to go get those points. We got to go get them from the graph. So here we go. Here's the first point right here. So I see that it's at, is it -3 and then the 5? Or is it the 5 first and then the -3? Well, let's see. In your table, it says x first and then the y. It is always x first and then the y. X, y. You wrote it on your cheat sheet, right? You got slope rate, domain range, x, and then y. It's always the x number first. So it's going to be -3 going first and then the 5. That's the first point. Now let's go find the other point. It's going to be 9 and -5. The 9 will go first. Why? Because he's the x value. Then the -5 goes. Cool. I hit the magnifying glass so I can see those dots. There they are. Now we do our equation. Y1 squiggle m x1 plus b. Now we're going to type in m to get the answer. I see a -0.833. Look at these choices. They're all fractions. Are you ready for the fraction? Yes, we are. -5 over 6. Gotti. It's choice D. And you're good. All right, this one they didn't give you points. We had to go find the points. All right, now we got this one. This is the hardest one to find the slope with. All right, but it's not that difficult, but it is more difficult. You got to know more things. Here we go. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, there's an equation right here. I should probably type it in. Oops, I should probably type it in. Well, it doesn't want that. It says find the rate of change. How do you find rate of change? You got to have 2 good points. Put them in the or this could maybe it's undefined. No choices say undefined. None of them say 0, so it's not going to be one of these flat ones. So you got to type it in. Find 2 good points, put them in the table, y1 squiggle, mx1 plus b, hit the m, and be ready for the fraction. So let's type in this guy. Oh my goodness, here I go. 5x minus 8y equals 40. Oh, it doesn't work. Error. I don't know how to read this. Oh, maybe I got to change. Nope. Just because we're not just solving equations, you have to remember anything with the y, you have to box that y. So let me get out I have to do some work now. I got to do some work. So let's go ahead and get our stuff. Let's write our stuff down on our scratch sheet, which is our cheat sheet. We're putting all of our stuff down here, all of our work. Original equation is 5x minus 8y equals 40. I am going to box this y right here with his number, because he's with him, they're stuck together. Put a line down the equal sign to show me where's the good side, where's the bad side, all right? This right side is good, that's the good side, so I can start typing with that. So it's going to be y equals 40. I'm going to start with this guy. Then this guy, he is not in the box, so you circle him and you change his sign. So you got to flip his sign when you throw him over there. This was originally a positive 5x. He now becomes a negative 5x. Now the person in the box goes to the bottom. The guy in the box goes to the bottom. So it's a -8. You just put him at the bottom. You don't change him. The guy in the box goes to the bottom. So it's going to be y equals 40 minus 5x all over -8. Mister, you didn't change his. I know that because the guy in the box is like a little shield. you don't have to change him. The guy in the box goes to the bottom. Bottom, box. The box, bottom. The box, bottom. Just like that. Slide him over. So now I have this picture. Okay, what the heck? What do I do with this picture? Let's find 2 good points. Click here. Click here. Nice. Those are good points right there. I can use them. So the first point was, I forgot already. 8, 0. 8, 0. The second point is 0, negative 5. It is 0 and negative 5. We got to do our equation. Y1 squiggle mx1 plus b. Type in the m. It's 0.625. I don't see that here. Are you ready for the fraction? Yes, we are. 5 over 8. Got him. Choice C. So it's not difficult. It just does require you to know more things. All right, now this guy. Here we go. Oh, I got a graph right here. Maybe I got to find 2 good points. No. You got to understand it. Is that what we're doing? Let's see. This guy says domain of the situation. Oh, domain. What does domain mean? Let me clear this. Domain means x's. It's in your little cheat sheet, right? You have a little thing with a little arrow from domain and range pointing to your domain and range cheat sheet. So this guy says, what is the domain of this? So here we go. We're going to use this little graph right here. Domain. You know how we have box less than x less than box. All right, the first box is for the number that's on the far left side. So here's our graph, and it said domain, which means x, so I can only get my answers from here. I can only get answers from this row right here. And by the way, you're going to scratch out C and D. These have Y's. Get them out of here. Nobody should be picking Y's on a domain question because you know better. Nobody should be picking C and D. You pick C and D, I'm failing you. That's what I'm telling my students. You fail to start this, I'm failing you for the year. Get out of here. You're going to repeat your butt in Algebra 1, but we are not going to be together. I don't talk to them if they fail. They better, because they wasted 9 months of their life with me. Mister, that's not fair. It's a hard test. Not the way I teach it. It's so easy. It's so easy. It's because they didn't care in class. They didn't give a crap to try. Sorry, you're not going to waste more of my time and your time in this relationship that didn't work. Go waste the next person's time. I'm done with you. I kid you not. That's how it is. So here you go. Domain, x values. We should know we're only picking between A and B. So here we go. The number on the x. How far left does this graph go? All right, here's the graphic. Go. It stops. The x number that it's on is a 0. So it's right there on the 0. So I want to see a 0 first. Yes, we do have it. Then go. It stops here. Let's see, where are we here? We're at 12. This guy has the 14 listed. Well, there is a 14 here on the x, and that is as far right as it goes. Well, yeah, the little number line goes there. The x line goes all the way to 14, but the graph does not reach it. That's too much. We have too much extra left over, so we don't want the 14. Let's see. It says 12. Yeah, if we cut right here at the 12, we chop it. That's perfect. So I want to at 0 and 12. Our answer here is B. Easy. It's not difficult. You got it. All right, now this guy, it says blah, 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 range. That's the key word. We don't read anything. We don't read anything. You don't say, a part of the line of the function is going to show on the grid. What is the range? You read that part. Range, and you stop right there. Range means what? Y values. So we're only going to look at the Y values. Our answers can only come from the Y line right here. This is all I want. Now, how do you measure range? From the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top? It's from the bottom to the top. So let's go to the bottom part of this graph right here. We trace him. Is this the lowest part that he is, or does he go lower than this? This is it? Okay, now take it to the Y line. Where is he at? He's at -4. So I want to have a -4 first. By the way, this is a drop-down question. So when you click on this, it's going to give you so many answers. One of them is going to say greater than -4, and one's going to say greater than or equal to -4. Well, now you got to know about those circles. I got an open circle and a closed circle. Those notes are written right there by domain and range for this reason. Is the open circle equal to, or is the closed circle equal to? Good. The closed circle is equal to. The open circle is not equal to. So on this one, I want to have greater than -4. I don't want to have greater than or equal to -4. No, equal to is the name of the solid circle. We don't have a solid circle, so I want greater than -4. So let's go and let's keep tracing the graph, find the highest point. Here's the highest point of the graph. Where is it? It's at the +2. And what do you know about this solid circle? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, that's right. The solid circle means equal to. So I want to have less than or equal to a 2. So you want to have the 2 there with the equal to next to it. And that's it. So just quick review, the -4 will not have it equal to, and the +2 will have it equal to because it has a solid circle on him. And that's it. Now this guy, blah, 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 blah. No, so much reading, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, it looks so difficult. Go to the question, back up, it's not important. A function, not important. Domain, got it, domain. What does domain mean? X. So my answers can only come from here, only from the X line. Holy cow, give me all these numbers here. It starts off at a 0, ends at a 10. Let's see. Starts off at a 0, ends at a 10. Well, that is true. But wait. Wait, there's nothing on the 10. The 10 is not being used. So I don't want the 10 in here. So it can't be choice F. Let's see, choice G starts off at a 0, goes to 8. Let's see, 0, yes, yes, yes. Ooh, I like him. 0 to 8, I like that. H starts off at a 0, yes, goes to 90. Goes to 9. There's no 90 here. Oh, they're using the Y numbers. Nobody should pick C. It's talking about X numbers. The 9, the 18, that's Y numbers. Get out of here with that. Sit your butt in Algebra 1 again. Anyways, no, don't do that. No, it's not choice C. Look at choice J. 0, yes. Well, 72, guess what? Those are Y numbers. If it was talking about range, then maybe I'd think about those numbers, but it's domain. So I'm going to think about these numbers right here. And this guy said 10, that's too far. Cut it off. It stops off at 8. 8 is the last number it uses on the X. So that's why I'm going with choice G, and that's the answer. Let's go. All right, this guy, domain, blah, 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 blah. Domain, what does that mean? X numbers. So we're going to go on this chart only on the X line. It starts off on the left-hand side and it goes to the right. So I'm going to trace this little graph, go all the way to the left. It stops right here. Where is it? Is that the 5? No, that's the Y line. Don't get tricked. Stop tricking yourself. Go to the X line. Our answers can only come from here. Here it is. It's -2. So I see a choice that has a -2. And should it be equal to or not equal to -2? Equal to or not? Equal to, yes. How do you know that? A solid circle means it has to have an equal to sign underneath it. This is the only guy that even says equal to. So you're going to keep it. How far right does it go? Trace, 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 trace. Oh, and right here, this is the furthest right it goes, and it's at the 3. So yeah, is it equal to or not equal to? It is equal to. So I want a -2 that's equal to, and a 3 that's equal to, and we got it. Now I'm going to use this question for range real quick, right? Pretend that it said range. If it said range, you would trace it right from the bottom to the top, right? Where's the lowest part of this graph? Here's the lowest part of the graph right here. So how low does this graph go? -4. Would it be equal to -4 or not equal to -4? Well, I don't see a solid circle, but you don't see an open circle. So really, you're really keen on just the open circles because the -4 will be equal to. But I don't see a solid circle, but who cares? The open circle is the one that messes it up for everybody. So this guy, there is no open circle, so that means it's going to be equal to. So it's going to be equal to -4. And how about this 5? Sorry, and you go all the way up to the tallest part, and it's going to be a 5. And it's going to be equal to that 5 as well. All right, next one, we got this guy. Blah, 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 blah. I see a 3 equal to range. So we want range. So we're talking about Y values. Our answers can only come from the Y line. Y line, that's all we're looking for. And what number did it give me? It gave me a 3. So let's go look for that 3, and it says equal to, so there should not be any open circles at the 3. Here's a Y, go to the 3. Nothing. There's nothing here touching this Y, this 3 line on the Y. F is out of here. How about G? Go to the Y line, touch. Yes, there is something going on. There's no open circle, so that means it's equal to, we like him. Go to H, go to the 3. What is going on? He's like cut in the middle of the graph. We don't go to the middle. We're at the bottom or at the top of this graph. Let's go to J. Bottom part is here at the 3. Cool, we like him. So we like G and we like J. How can we have two of the exact same answers? What's the difference? One's going up, one's going down. Good job, way to see that. Let's go read a clue here. Says a 3 equal to, oh, greater than. So now I want to satisfy the greater than part of this. Which one hits numbers that are greater than 3? Is it G or J? Very good, it's J because it's going upwards. So it's going to hit the 3, hits the 4, hits the 5, hits all these numbers get counted in the range. Over here, the 3 gets counted, not the 4. It goes down. This guy goes less than 3. So it's equal to 3 and less than 3. So that's why our answer is going to be J. It's got the 3 that is greater than. All right, next guy. Now we got, what is the range? There's no picture though. Holy cow, there's a bunch of fractions though. So don't know what to do here. Oh my gosh, let's see. Our answers can only come from down here, because range is the fake x. So we put fx, they could put gx, they could put hx, they could put anything with x in parentheses. That means that's a y value. Let's see, this guy is 7 over 4. I don't see that here. This guy's a 4. I don't see that here. 19 over 4. I do see that. Oh shoot, I see 2 of them here. Then I see a regular 4. Then I see a 7 over 4, and I see a negative 2, all right? I'm only guessing between B and D, all right? Here you go. Bad students are guessing between all 4 choices because they don't know how to cross anything out. They don't know anything about it, so they're guessing all the time. Good students can chop it down into 2 choices. Instead of having 4, you're going to be stuck between a 50-50. You're going to pass if you do that, all right? You will pass if you do that. The odds of you missing all of them are so low. If you can get everything down to a 50-50, you'll pass. The great students, the masters, are going to be able to get it all the way down to 1 and find the correct choice. So here you go, this guy. I'm going to put all these points in as a table just to make sure. So here we go. First one, 1 over 2. By the way, the x column is this first one, so you don't go 1 over 2 and then 1. You got to go downwards. I got 3 over 2, and then I got 2, 5 over 2, and then a 3. Next column says 7 over 4, 4, 19 over 4, 4, 7 over 4, and then negative 2. I always have the magnifying glass whenever I'm done with points. Okay, I got the shape of a dot. Oh, looks like a U going downwards right here. So if it wants range goes from the bottom all the way to the top. Well, this guy is a maximum, so there is no lowest point. It'll go forever to infinity, so there is no lowest point. Let's see, well, the highest point is, whatever this is. What is this? What is this guy? 4.75. Let's see, what is 4.75? Is it one of these? I'm typing in choice B. Oh, here it is. So they have it right here for us. So we were right, 19 over 4 is going to be the answer. We don't know if it's B or D yet. Let's read something important here. Equal to, they both say equal to, so that's not the tiebreaker. And it is a solid circle, so that makes sense. This guy says less than this point. This guy says greater than that point. Which way are we going? We're going up from that point, or we're going down from that point? Very good, we're going down, so I want less than. L, less than, we go down. All right, next one. Now we have this guy. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa, I don't know what to do with this. I have an equation. It says range. What should you do with the equations? Always type them in. Negative x squared plus 60x. Hit the home button. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see this guy. What do we got? What do we got? Holy cow, big old monster right here. Since I'm dealing with range, I'm not going to care about these solutions anymore because that doesn't matter. Because when I'm dealing with range, and if you do that, you can get a 60, and you're going to want to pick on him. Don't do that. It said range, so I care about from bottom to the top. How low does it go? It goes forever low, so I can't find the low number. How high does it go? It goes all the way up here to, is that 30 or 900? The y value is 900. The x value is 30. So if you're picking this 30, they're tricking you because you don't understand that the first one's the x and the second one's the y. You got to remember that stuff, all right? So I need only y values because it says range. So the only y I care about is 900 here. 900. That's all I want to see. 30, no. 60, no. 900, yes. 900, yes. I'm stuck between C and D. Let's find a clue in there. This guy says greater than 900. This guy says less than 900. What do you want? You want greater than 900 or you want less than 900? Perfect. We want less than 900 because it goes down. And that's how you do this guy. This guy, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they're going to ask you to do domain and range on the exact same problem. So the domain, let's do the domain first. You got to break it up into chunks. Break it up into sections. Do the first part first, then we do the second part second, all by itself. Let's do the domain first. Domain, how far left does the graph go? Let's see, it goes here, there's a little, -7, oh, maybe it goes to -8. You see those little arrows right here? You can't stop it. You can't stop how far left this graph goes. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write this down because I want you to see this. I'm gonna write it down so you can see this guy and it'll hopefully make sense to your brain. All right, here we go. So we're gonna do this. Get my little marker. Domain, it's gonna be a box, symbol, X, symbol, box. Domain, how far left does it go? It's got the arrow, that means it goes to negative infinity. Negative infinity on the left-hand side. How far right does it go? Positive infinity on the right-hand side. Whenever you have infinities in these boxes, they can't carry, it's too strong, it's too heavy to be carried. So the infinities all just go away. They're gone. And if you have two infinities, you're left with nothing there. So if you have nothing, you have all real numbers. So my domain here better be all real numbers because those infinities were too heavy to carry. I don't have a number left. They're all gone. They're all being used. So good, domain all real numbers. What? Range all real numbers? No, I don't think so, but this guy says domain all real numbers here. Now let's make sure. Let's do the range part, all right? Let's do the range piece. So here we go. Here's the range piece. It's gonna be box, symbol, Y, symbol, box. How low does this graph go, right? Because we got to go from the bottom to the top. By the way, this was from left to right. Bottom to the top. How low does the graph go? Trace, trace, trace. This is the lowest part right here. He's at the 5. So it goes to the 5. How high does the graph go? It goes forever. It goes to infinity. Infinities are too big to carry, so you can't do that. So it's going to be a 5. And now also you got to rewrite this with the letter on the left. So I'm going to put the Y first. See how this mouth is like opening to the Y? Make sure that mouth is still opening to the Y. Then put that 5 right there. So let's see, let's go here. I gotta have a 5 there with the Y. Got it, here it is. Here it is, all real numbers on the X and the 5 on the Y. Good, we got them, we're done. Wow, that's it for that part. That's it for domain and range. Now these questions right here. In the domain and range you have the open circle, closed circle, right? Then you got, that means equal to, not equal to. Sorry, closed circle, open circle. Closed circles are equal to, open circles are not equal to. Equal to symbols give you a solid line. Not equal to symbols give you a dotted line. And then we've got to talk about shading. Shading up and shading down. You have this in your cheat sheet. So here we go. I got a dotted line right here. What kind of symbol gives us dotted lines? Let's see. Could it be choice F? No, a solid line underneath the symbol means it's got to be a solid line on the graph, not choice F. Could it be choice G? Maybe. Could it be choice H? No, it's got a solid line here, which means this should be a solid line, and it's not. Not F, not H. We're stuck between G and J because G and J look good. Now I got to type in choice G, but you got to type it in correctly because you should know how to do this by now. So there's a Y to box, so I'm boxing the positive 7 with that Y. I'm keeping them for later, so I'm going to start right now. By the way, you cannot put this symbol in here. You cannot put this inequality symbol. It's not going to work. You got to always put it in as an equal sign. So it's going to be Y equals 49. It's because he stays there. That side is ready to go. That 49 is on the good side. Now you got to go circle that 4x. You're about to flip his side, so you got to flip his sign. He is a positive 4x. He becomes a negative 4x. Good. Now that positive 7 that's in that box, the box goes to the bottom, so you put a positive 7 down here. Good. Here's my picture. Reset the view by hitting the home button. He's crossing at the 7. Yes, he is crossing at the 7. And he is crossing at the 12. No, he's not crossing at the 12. So it is not choice G. Now we're going to type in choice D to make sure. So, there's a Y. We're going to box the Y. So we're boxing the +4 with that Y because the Y is a number. And I'm going to start on the good side, which is the 28. So it's going to be Y equals. Remember, you cannot put that symbol in the calculator. Well, it's going to be Y equals 28, just like this. And then you're going to go to that Y's side. That's on the bad side. That 7x is on the bad side. He's got the bad sign. So you're going to change his sign, whatever he is. Flip the side by flipping the sign. That 7x, that positive 7x becomes a negative 7x. And that +4 that's in the box gets put at the bottom. The +4 in the box gets put at the bottom. Yes, he's crossing at the 7. Yes, he's crossing at the 4. We like it. Also, I forgot to mention this part. This symbol is a shade down, right? He's shading, it's making an L less than. So if it makes the L for less than, then we're going to shade down. So this guy, there's a line right here, and yes, this is shading downwards. This guy making an L, he is also shading downwards. That's why I have to type it in to break that tiebreaker. Like, yes, we know it's not. Yes, we know it's dotted. Yes, we know it's shading down, but we also have to figure out if it looks like it. Does it have the same intercepts? Is it hitting the same exact points at the same equation? All right, now we got this guy. What do we do here? All right, there's a symbol right here. Nice, the Y is already, if I box that Y, there's nobody on the Y side, so it's good to go. Everybody's just waiting for us on the other side. Perfect. So it's going to be Y. Can I put that symbol in? No, you cannot. So it's going to be Y equals 3 over 5. Put the X minus 6. Now I got these little points right here. Type in all of these points, please. 5, comma, -4. Or you can put them in the table if you want to. I'm typing in like this just because I'm used to this. I see it like that, I type it in like this, and that's it. The next one is 9, comma 1. Last one is -8, comma 3. All right, and look at the symbol right here. I've got the line underneath it, which means a solid line is good. I'm supposed to have a solid line on this one. And if you have a solid line, it means if the dot is on the solid line, then you count it. So is there a dot on the solid line? Oops, let me zoom out a little bit. I gotta find that point. There it is. No, there is no dot on the solid line. Now, if there is no line underneath there, that means it's a broken line. It's a dotted line, and it is not okay to be on the dotted line. It is unsafe. You will fall through the cracks. You will fall down into the volcano. You will fall off the building. You'll fall off the highway. You'll fall off the bridge. If there's a gap, you will fall through. So we do not be on dotted lines because there's gaps. So here we go. This guy says shade. We're shading which way? Are we shading up or are we shading down? Let's see. Let's see. Does it make an L? Yes, he does make an L. So we'll be shading downwards. So I want the dot that's on the down side of that line. So I'm tracing this line right here. Do you see any dots that are on the down side of this line? Yes, we do. It's just one. It's just this green guy. And it was 5, -4. My answer is choice A on this. All right, so this guy's got an equation right here, but I see an X and a Y. So I've got to box the Y, and I've got that +16 with him. So I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to start writing on the other side of the equation. So I'm going to start off with Y equals 32, because that's the guy that's waiting here. Now I go to the bad side of the equation, and I see that there's an 8x right there. So I'm going to circle that 8x right here, and then I'm going to flip the side of him, and I got to flip his sign. So this X right here, is it a positive or a -8x? It's a positive 8x, so I got to make him a -8x to put him there correctly. And now this +16 that's boxed in with the Y, well, the guy in the box just goes to the bottom. So at the bottom, I will have a divided by a +16. That's what's at the bottom. All right, now I got some points right here. I should type in all these points. 0, 2, -3, 5, -1, 1, 4, 0. All right, so I type in the points. Now look at this symbol. Does this symbol have a line underneath? That's the first thing that I always check. Is there a line here? No, there's not. So anybody who is on the line is out. It is not safe to be on that line. You're going to fall into the lava. You're going to fall off the bridge and land in the volcano. You're going to fall off the bridge and land on the floor from the highway. You're going to fall off something. We cannot be on a dotted line. It is not okay. So these guys that are on the line, the red guy, let me get him out of there. The blue guy, let me get him out of there. Sorry, I think he's purple. I'm partially colorblind, no joke. Now I got blue and green right here. Let's see what the winner is. Let's see what kind of shading he wanted. This guy says 16y. Then it's got this symbol. Is that a less than symbol? Does it make an L for less than, which means we go down? Or is it making the other one, which means we go up? He is not making a less than, so he is not going down. So we're going to go upwards. So we trace the line right here and find the dot that's on the upward side. Yup, it's this blue guy. He's the winner. Green guy, get out of here. The blue one is the winner, and he is -3, 5. Our answer here is choice B. All right. Now, quick update, tip. Where you have to know this. If they do this to you on the test, you know how you have the little thing, right? You got domain and range, you got the open circle, solid circle, right? Then you have the part with the shading, where you got the less than means go down, the not less than, which means go up. Then you have a Y that's there, like, and it's starred or it's boxed, it's spiked. It says careful with the Y equals. You have to be careful if it says -Y. If your Y value is negative, you then have to flip the sign from whatever it was to the opposite sign. So let's pretend, right, obviously this doesn't have it, but let's pretend that this equation said this. I'm going to erase this. Now I'm going to erase it. Let's pretend it said 8x minus 16y greater than 32. If it said that, I would do the exact same steps. I'm doing y equals 32. Then I go to that bad side, take that 8x, he's not supposed to be there, flip his sign so he's still the same. Now, when I divide, I have a -16 that's in the box with the y. So that -16 goes to the bottom. As soon as you see that negative on that y, or if you're reminded because you type in a negative at the bottom, you then have to flip the sign the other way. So it is no longer this symbol. It's no longer this one. It is now a less than symbol. Because that y, that -y flips it, right? That might happen to you. Be ready for it. They're going to ask you about that. They might. Just be ready. It doesn't happen a lot, but it might happen. It's probably going to happen at least once. So if the y value is negative, as soon as you see this -y and it's got that symbol, flip it right now. We just know it's going to be the other way. So if that happens, if the y is negative, you flip it the other way. All right? So in this case, if I was to do this question, he gives me this originally. I now know it's supposed to be this. So I would want the dots on the bottom side of that equation. That's what I would want now because of that -y. Make sense? That's the hardest part. That's why I got that little star there. Be careful with the -y. It's to alert you. All right, now this guy. Now we're on to the x and y intercepts keyword, right? We have x and y. Now that word ROXS, that's right there. The R stands for roots. The O is a 0. It's not really an O. The R is 0. The X is x-intercept, and the S is solutions. So it's roots, zeros, x-intercept, solutions. Those are words that mean x-intercept. That's it. They call me Dad. Hey, Mr. Shives. Hey, so-and-so. Hey, coworker. That's the same. It's still me. It's still me. All right, so ROXS is 4 words for x-intercepts. So this question says, what is the 0 of f? Well, 0, you know it's a flat line? This is 0 slope, right? Well, where's the line that looks like this on this picture? It's the x line. Okay, so where do you think the most important part of this x line is? Perfect. Right here where he's hitting this graph. So it's 2. I'm going to put a 2 right there and I'll get it right. Great job. Now this guy says y-intercept. So you no longer want to go here because now he's directing you to the y-intercept by saying y-intercept. Now there's words that we know for y-intercept. It's biz. You got begins, initial, and start. If it says the word, hey, find the beginning, find the initial, find the starting point, or so-and-so started, that means that that point has to happen at the y-axis, on the y line. So this guy says y-intercept, which makes it easy. So I find the y and just go all the way down till you touch it. Here I am, -2, easy peasy. Man, I hope they ask us this stuff this year on the STAAR test. We're going to destroy it. All right, now we got this question that says, x-intercept and the y-intercept. Okay, let's do one at a time. Don't do both at the same time. Let's go with x-intercept first. So I trace the x line. Let me zoom in a little bit. Trace the x line until he touches. Oh, here it is. And it's happening at the -2. So I look for choices that say -2 on the x. It's not choice A. It could be choice B. It could be choice C, and that's it. Now we're going to do the y part. The y part says, let's see, find the y, go down, it's at 8. So now I'm looking for an 8 on the y part. This guy had the -2 for the x, so I kept him. He's got a 4, that's incorrect. This guy has a -2, so I kept him, and he's got the 8 on the y spot. Good, we got it. We are so smart. Mister, how do you know if the -2 is supposed to go in the first spot or the second spot? Because the x always comes first. You wrote it down. Slope rate, domain range, x, and then y. So the x number has to go in the first part. Then the y number goes in the part behind it, the last. It goes second. So that's why it's going to be choice C, all right? Use that. Let that help you out. All right, now we got this guy. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do here, but I have an equation though, and I have equations over here. So I'm going to type this in. Y equals 4x squared minus 36x plus 81. Hey, I have a u. What should I do with this u? Let me hit the home button, fix my graph. I should always go where he touches the x line. Looks like he touches one time right there at that 45. This guy says the zeros. What does zeros mean? Zeros means this flat line. So how many times is the u hitting that flat line? It's only hitting it once, and it's happening right there. So could it be choice A? This guy says, hey, there are zeros. One's happening at this fraction, the other's happening at that number. Is that true? No way. I see it only happening once. It can't be this. Choice B says -3/2 and 27/2. Could it be? No, there's not two choices. There's only one, and it's happening right here. This guy says that zeros are plus, what is that? Equal sign? That's the plus minus. We've seen that before. So this guy is saying that the zeros are 9/2 and -9/2. I don't know that. Let me just type it in because it looks interesting. Well, 9/2 does give me 4.5, and that is what I have. And this is with the plus sign. Sorry, I'm going to put the plus sign in front. Now, if I change it to a minus sign, it becomes -4.5. There's nothing happening at -4.5. So because of that, I don't like it. If it just had the positive by itself, I'd love it. But it says negative, there's nothing happening at the -4 or 5. Now we go down to choice D. Choice D just says 9/2. So let me go 9/2. Yeah, 4.5, cool, we got it, we're done. I like it. That's what I got over here. Perfect. We love it. That's the answer. You could also type in these choices and see which one matches. One of them should match, and it's going to be this guy. But just in case, I wanted to show you that. I wanted to show you that plus minus again. All right, now we got this guy right here. Blah, 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 equation. Type it in. I don't care. Let's not read. Let's just type. Let's go. X squared plus 32x plus 248. Got this. Then I got this other solution. This doesn't even matter, really. But we're going to type it in because we're going to be good students. Wait, where's the black one at? Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, here he is. Black line. Hey, it's a U. Where do you always go when you have a U? To the bottom? No, you don't go to the vertex. You see where he's crossing the X line. Well, we went to the vertex last time because that's the part that was hitting on the X line. So we click right here, click right here. Okay, these are my answers, -13.1 and -18.8. And then I type in this graph of this guy. Where is he? He is the X line. That's nothing. It's giving me the exact same information, so this doesn't matter. Now I'm going to type in choice A, and I'm going to see if it gives me this. Let me write this down so I don't have to remember it. -18 what was it? 0.8, and the other guy was -13.1 and -13.1. All right. Now let me type in choice A. How do you type in choice A? You can type in like this: -16 plus 2 square root of 2. Did this give me one of them? Yes, -13.1. I got it. Then the other one says -16 minus square root of 2. So let me change this. Nice, and I got the other one. Perfect. So my answer here is choice A. I'm so thankful it worked out on the first one. I love that. All right, next case. They might ask you what a factor is. A factor of this stuff. So here's what you're going to do. Check this out. Plus 13. Type in the question the same normal way that you would normally do. There he is. Now I type in this other guy. I don't care if you put parentheses or not. It doesn't matter. It won't change anything here. Boom, boom, boom. 7x plus 4 and 3x plus 5. Now let me tell you what we're looking for. I'm going to clear these guys out. The most important parts of these quadratic equations, these U-shaped curves, is where they cross the x-axis. So right here and right here, those are the most important parts of the graph. If we're not matching it and it's not matching exactly, we are looking at those two parts. That is so important. So remember, if we are not matching the graph and trying to find out which one matches it, because like here, watch this. When I type in all these choices, I go, well, he doesn't match, he doesn't match, he doesn't match, and he doesn't match. None of them match. Nothing's happening here. Well, if you can't match it, then you have to look at those important parts and see which one of these guys gets hit by one of these lines. Here you go. Here's the guy 1. Is he going through any of these important parts right, these important points right here? No, he's not. He's way too low. So it's not him. This guy's not special. Choice B. Oh, he's hitting right here, right where he's hitting. I like choice B. He's really good. Choice C. No. What the heck? He's not touching anything important. Choice, no, this guy's missing it. He's too high. So my answer here is choice B. Why? Because none of these guys matched, but choice B actually hit one of these answers right here. So it doesn't matter. It could have hit this one or this one. But since this guy is the only one that hits one of them, that's the answer. That's how you find this. Last one, here we go. Find a factor of this guy. Here we go, 9. Change the R to an X. That way it can graph. Otherwise, the computer doesn't understand it. Oops, 4x plus 1. Type in the first choice, 3x minus 1. X minus 1. 9x minus 1. Let's see. He doesn't match. He doesn't match. And he doesn't match. So these guys don't match. Well, remember what I said last time about seeing which one crosses the axis? Well, this guy doesn't cross the axis. He's not touching. So none of these guys are going to hit any of those important parts that we were talking about. So since none of these guys hit any of the parts on the x-axis that this guy hits, because this guy doesn't touch the x-axis, then J, there are no real factors. There is no answer. There's no factors here. All right, now we got this guy. Blah, 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 blah. I have an equation. I'm going to type him in. And I have a point. Let's put the point in first. 6, print the comma, -1. Here he is. And the other guy's going to be, oh, it's this weird guy. It's got the Y there with the X and an equal sign. You're supposed to box the Y. So as I box that Y, I'm boxing that +3 with the Y. And so I'm going to start off on the other side. So it's going to be Y equals 15, go to the bad side, circle the guy that's not boxed, and it's just an 8x. Is it a positive 8x or a negative 8x? He's a positive 8x, so he's on the wrong side, so he has the wrong sign. So I gotta flip the side. By flipping the sign, he becomes a negative 8x. Now I put the guy that's in the box, put him at the bottom, so divided by +3. Cool, I get this picture. Let me hit the home button, fix it. Okay, I'm there. Now what? I don't know what to do. This doesn't even go through the... It had the word parallel. That's a special word. That's one of our key words. Parallels, lines that go like this, right? So now I'm going to type in each choice. Let me type in choice A. I want to see if he's parallel to this line. It's going to be Y equals -45 minus 8x all over +3. You have to know how we got this. You should beat me to this answer. Okay, yeah, he's parallel. This might be the answer. But wait, he's supposed to go through that point. You know that point that we typed in earlier? He's supposed to go through him. So yes, he's parallel, but does he go through that point? No, so he is not the answer. Now we're going to type in the second choice. Get him out of here. We don't want to look at him. Second choice, Y equals -51. Start off on that side. Change the sign of that +8x. Now put the, I would have 2 Y equals. Now we got to put the guy that's at the bottom underneath everybody. Sorry, put the guy in the box underneath at the bottom. And it would have been a -3. That's who I boxed. This isn't even parallel. Get out of here. Get out of here. Next one. It's going to be Y equals 45. Now let me go change that +8x to a -8x. Then I'm going to divide it by the guy in the box. The guy in the box was a +3. He's now at the bottom. He looks parallel and he hits the dot. Perfect. I like it. That's my answer choice. I'm going choice C. And you are finished. He was parallel and he hit the dot. We want that to happen. All right, now we got this guy. Okay, I see a flat line up here. That's a slope of what? Is that 0 or undefined? Good job, 0, because undefined is the U, which means it goes up. So this is going to be a 0 slope. It's not even asking about slope. Shoot, it says the equation line is x equals 2. Let me type that in. X equals 2.5, sorry. Nope, doesn't look like it. So it can't be A or B. So now I go to choice C, Y equals 2.5. Yes, that looks like him, and so is choice D. Hey, I got the same thing, except choice C says that it is parallel to the x-axis. Is this line parallel to the x-axis? Well, the x-axis goes like this, that line goes like this. That looks pretty darn parallel to me, so I'm going to go with that answer. Now, the bottom one says it's perpendicular to the x-axis. No, it does not make a 90-degree corner. It doesn't make a perfect intersection, so it cannot be perpendicular to the x-axis. But he is perpendicular to somebody on here, though, but it's not the x-axis, it's the y-axis. If they had said it's perpendicular to the y-axis, then that guy would be correct, but he doesn't. He's lying. All right, now this guy right here, hey, it's another one of those. I got an equation here and I got a point here. I got a word that says perpendicular. So I'm going to do the exact same thing we just did, except instead of parallel, I'm looking for perpendicular stuff. So here's the guy. Oops, I should have put the point in first because it gave me it first. I'm going out of order. I'm trying to do my own thing. Don't mess it up. All right, there it is. I typed him in. Now I've got to find the guy who's perpendicular to him. I got y equals 5 over 2x minus 7. Yeah, that hits the dot. That looks really good. But is it perpendicular though? Here's how to test it. Get your little cheat sheet out. You're going to put this in the corner to see if it makes a perfect corner where one side of your paper is on one line, then the other side of the paper is on the other line. Does it make a perfect corner when you place this in any corner? No, it doesn't, because the other line kind of cuts through. So no, this is not perpendicular, even though he does hit the point. And they do cross, but perpendicular does not just mean crossing. It means crossing perfectly at a 90-degree angle. All right, here's choice B. No, it's not going through the point, so I'm not even looking at him. Now we're going to go to choice C, negative 5 over 2x minus 3. That's perpendicular, but he's not hitting the point. And then now we go to the final choice. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the final choice, which is choice D. Very good. I put that paper in here. Boom, perfect. One side of that, one line hits the corner like this, the other side hits right there. Perfect. I love it. That's the answer. That's what perpendicular looks like. All right, next one. It says, blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on here. Blah, 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 blah. Don't know what's, oh, okay, here we go. In the question, there is no key word there, right? But you see this word in the story. It's called perimeter. Now, the STAAR test has not specifically asked for this question type, but they could. So this question type isn't necessary for your STAAR test, but it's necessary for your Algebra 1, so I figured I'd throw this in here. So here it is. It's really easy to do, and just in case they start adding this to you, it's going to be here for you. The most they've done so far is they've put like a triangle shape on there, and they said, hey, what's the perimeter of this guy or whatever. So here we go. We're going to do this perimeter question. It's going to be fine. It's going to be easy peasy. All right, here we go. Blah, 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 blah. Its perimeter is for... It's a perimeter question. Let's shift our brains. Here we go. Go to your notes real quick. Perimeter is a key word. Go to the P. Here it is, P. Perimeter, you got to look for the equation that has 2L plus 2W equals perimeter. So let's see. 2L, does choice A have 2L? No, it doesn't. Does choice B have 2? Yes, it does. It's got the 2 parentheses L plus W, which is great. That's fine. That works. The second one says 2L plus, yep, that one's got it. And then choice D's got it. Okay, cool. He's got them. So now I gotta decode this word column. Here it is. The blah, 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 blah. You know how I tell you don't read? This is the only time you have to read. You have to know how to do this stuff in real life math. This is not STAAR test math. This is real life math, which is a little bit harder. So here you go. Let me show you how to do this part. The length, all right? So the length, I'm going to type in L right there because I'm writing my notes on my keyboard. The length of what? Of construction paper is 3 inches more than the width. So the length, I put L. The word is means equal, so I put equals. So the length equals, then I have a 3, and then you keep going and you see more. What does more mean? More means plus. Then you have the word then you see width, so you put a W. Now stop. If you see more than, if you see less than, you have to reverse the order of the things you just wrote. So I saw more than, which means I'm going to flip the order. So it said 3 more than W. So I'm going to have 3 plus W. The story says 3 plus W, but it said more than, so you swap them around. So instead of 3 plus W, you're going to have, if you swap them, you're going to have W plus 3. So I'm going to go W plus 3. Why did we swap it? Because it said more than. Same thing if it said less than. If it said is 3 less than, then you would have the 3 with the minus and the whatever. Boom, switch it, but leave the minus in the middle. So I'm looking for 3 on L equals W plus 3. L equals, what? 3L, I don't have that. L equals W, no. L equals W plus 3, very good. Awesome, we got it. Our answer here is choice D. Notice they swapped it because you're supposed to swap it. It's not 3 plus W, it's W plus 3. All right, that's the perimeter question. So they might get there, but you have it for you. I got it. All right, this right here, this is a STAAR test question. We're back to STAAR test stuff. Here it is. Bag contains coins, blah, 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 blah. Oh, coins question. Here we go. Go to your little answers, your cheat sheet. You see the coins. The first equation is going to have the values in it. And then the second equation is going to have no values. You will take the values off and just use X and Y. Let's see what kind of coins do we have. 18 coins, who cares? Okay, I've got quarters and dimes. So it gave me the quarters first, so it's going to be 0.25 quarters. Notice, it's not going to be 25x. That's $25. So it's going to be 0.25 because a quarter is worth 25 cents. Plus the dimes, it's not going to be a 10. It's going to be a 0.10. So 0.10y equals, now find the money. Where's the money at? Is it the 18 or the 285? It's the 285. So 2.85. These guys go together. 0.25, 0.10, 285. Does choice A have that? 0.10, that's backwards. It's backwards already. So not choice F. Choice G, backwards. I gotta have the 0.25 first. That's the order that it gave it to me. Choice H, 0.25, yes. 0.10, yes. 2.85, good, I like it. I'm gonna hang on to this guy. Choice J, 0.25, yes. 0.10, yes. 18, no. The one equation has to have all the values together. The other one has no values. These guys, the top one on H, value, value, value. Then the bottom one has no values. Great job. Choice J, value, value, no value. Then all of a sudden on J it threw a value down there. Nope. Choice J has it mixed. It has the parts separated. It is not choice J. It's going to be H because value, 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 done. Now that's how you do your coins problems. Easy. They're not hard. All right, here's another one. It's not quite coins, but you could use the coins idea for this. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I see a bunch of equations, blah, blah, blah. Don't know what to do. All right, here we go. I see a $6. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to put a 6. Let me put a dollar sign here. $6. A dollar sign. There's my 6. Then it says blah, 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 copies, blah, blah, blah. Then I see another dollar. I see a 68. I'm going to write this over here on the side. That's going to be for copies. And I see a 68. Okay, keep going, blah, 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 blah. I see a value right here of 8. So I'm putting it under the dollar sign, 0.08. Then I see another value sign, put it under the dollar sign as well, 0.15. And that's all I have. Hey, I've got 3 in a row right here. I've got 3 numbers in a row right here. Your job is now to figure out who the total is. Which one of those is the total? Obviously the bigger one. So the 6 is the total. Do not put the total in front like this. No, it goes the other way. Put the first piece, 0.08. Throw an X on it, plus 0.15, throw a Y on it, equals the total, 6.00. I'm looking for that equation. 0.08 plus 0.15 equals 6. 0.08, yep, plus 0.15, yep, equals 68. No, that doesn't have a dollar sign. He doesn't belong with them. That's not part of the 3 in a row. Get out of here. 0.15, nope, that's backwards. 0.15, nope, that's backwards. 0.08, yes. 0.15, yes. 6, got it. He's the only one that has it. Now notice they didn't use X and Y, they used B and C. The B probably stood for black and white copies, the C probably stood for color copies, so it makes sense, but it's in the right order that we had. So that's how you do these word problems. It's not so difficult, right? We like those. We like those. All right, now this guy, here we go. Got a big old table. All right, we're gonna try to put all these values in. I'm sure I got to, and I'm reading down here. I don't see the word slope or rate. I thought I would. Correlation. Correlation means the R value. So here we go. Let's put in all the data points. All of them. It's too much work. No, it's not. Taking this class again is way too much work. I'd rather do this, work hard now, and enjoy the rest of my life than to do this again. 51, 89, 66, 31, 74, 11. All right, we'll do the y1 squiggle, m x1 plus b. We are not looking for slope, so I'm not going to type in m. I'm going to look at the r value. Now, you can't just type in r. It doesn't work like that. So I'll look at the r right here. I see it. It is negative 0.09. So let's see choices. Negative, yes. Negative, yes. Negative. They're all negative. So I got to be very careful. Negative 0.09. Negative 0.09. Here it is. B is and D is. So I have negative 0.09. Now, this guy says a week negative. Well, yeah, it is negative, so negative is good. This guy also says negative, all right? So dang, negative is good. Now, one of them says strong and one of them says weak, all right? If it is strong, you're going to be at like 75 or greater. But this is only a 9. This is only a 0.09. It's only 9 pennies. You want to be at like 75 pennies, 75 cents. This is only at 9 cents. This is very weak. This can be a weak negative correlation. Oops, I forgot to hit the magnifying glass. Look at how these dots are going everywhere. You can't even tell if it's going up or down. That's it. Now it's weak. This is very weak. Those dots aren't even organized. Now get out of here. Weak one. All right, this guy. This guy is talking about is not causation. So when it says is not, what I am looking for when things say is not, I am looking for the false one. I would say, I write that down, false. I am looking for the false one. So let's see, causation. Causation means cause and effect. They should go together. So let's see. When the number of spectators at a football game increases, so the number of fans goes up, then the number of wins for the team also goes up. Is that true? The more fans you have in the stands, the more wins you get? No, that doesn't matter. The fans don't affect it like that. Well, I mean, if you have to think about it and try to make it, you have to reach to make it work, it's not it. So no, it can't be choice A. Choice B, when more gallons are put into the aquarium, then the weight of the aquarium increases. If more gallons go in, the weight goes up. That makes sense. I kind of really like choice B right now. Let's go to choice C. The amount of time an athlete runs increases, then the distance that they run increases. Let's see. Well, if their time goes up, then their distance goes up. I mean, if they were, nope, there I go thinking about it. If you have to think about it, it doesn't make sense. Choice D. When the charge of the cell phone battery increases, the number of minutes on the phone can be used also increases. Well, that is true. Huh, hang on, this feels weird. Oh, that's right, I'm looking for the false one, not the true one. Oh my gosh. So let me think about this again, but write it down to where it makes sense to me as I do this. Let's see, choice A, spectators go up, the wins go up. That one is clearly false. That's the one I want. I'm pretty sure I want that one. The number of gallons are put into the aquarium, the weight increases. That is true. Choice C, the amount of time the athlete runs, the distance might increase. I mean, that one could be true, because if we're running longer, more time, yeah, that makes sense. That one could be true as well. Choice D, the amount of battery you have, the more minutes you can talk. Yeah, that makes sense too. So that guy is true. So the answer is going to be A, and that's the false one. These guys can be tricky. It's a simple idea, but be careful because they want the false one in this case. All right, this guy, what statement blah, blah, blah is not true? So again, I'm looking for the false thing. I'm looking for the false. It says is not, so I am looking for the false statement. Choice A, the y-intercept, oh shoot, I haven't even typed it in. Let me type this guy in and see what's up. Let me put some space. Y equals, nice, I'm so glad it's already solved. All the stuff is already on the good side. Nobody's with the Y. Good. Typed it in, I don't even know where it is, hit the home button. Okay, here he is. This guy says the y-intercept is that. Shoot, let me see. Let me see if that y-intercept is that. Let me put 0.0,16. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Yep, alright, that is true. So choice A is true, and that's not what it wants. It wants the false thing. So choice A is true. Choice G says that the graph is decreasing. Let's see, is the graph decreasing? Let's see, does it go this way or does it go that way? You read the graph the same way that you read words. If you were to write your name on this graph, you would write it like this. I would write my name. Let's put Shives. S, I start from up here, S-H-I. I'm going downwards. If you're going downwards, then it is decreasing. Now, I wouldn't start from here and say S-H-I. That's backwards. So no, you start from here and go to the right. Always start from the left and go to the right. And since I'm going downwards with my name, that means that it is decreasing. So choice B is true. But I'm looking for the true, right? We're looking for the false guy. Choice C, the x-intercept is 0.5, 0. Is that the x-intercept? Is that where the graph crosses the x-line? No. Choice C is false. Get him out of here. That's the one I'm going to pick because that's the false. Now the next part says the horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. Let's see. Choice D says y equals 0 is the horizontal asymptote. Hey, you have that in your notes. What do you have for asymptote on notes? Y equals 0 is the asymptote, so very good. This is true, and choice C is false. That's why we are going to pick him, because this question wanted the false guy. Alright, this guy. Oh my gosh, lots of reading. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know what to do here. Which equation represents the different dollars? I don't even know what to do. Well, let's see. Is there an equation? Customer purchases electronics for $650. Electronics decreases by 30%. Don't know what to do. I don't know. Let's see. The y-intercept is 650. Maybe it doesn't say per, each, or every around here. So maybe. Next guy says the y-intercept is 455. I don't know. I don't see him there. Choice C says the asymptote is x equals 0. I know for sure the asymptote is not x equals 0. So it cannot be choice C. The graph has a horizontal asymptote at y equals 30. Nope, the asymptote is not y equals 30, it's y equals 0. So now I'm stuck between these two and I don't know what to do here. I just see a 650, so I'm gonna go with this. Now remember, bad kids are picking from 4 choices because they don't know. Good kids are picking from 2 choices because they can eliminate dumb answers. Now the best students are able to get all the way down and get the final correct answer. So me right now, I'm gonna go with 650 just because it's the only number that I see here. So y-intercept's gonna be there. Cool, got it. And guess what? You're right. That is the answer. All right, this guy. What statement appears to be true? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I've got a U. Okay, I got a U. Where do you always go when you got a U? Go to the X line right here. I see a 3 and I see a -1. I don't see those choices here. I see a 3. Let's see. This guy says a function has 3 zeros. 3 zeros. What does a 0 mean? 0 is this. Where is this line on the graph? Oh, it's the X line. This guy's saying that it touches the graph 3 times on the X line. No, that's not true. Choice B, maximum is 3. Let's see, maximum means HP, highest point. Is there a highest point here? Yes, there is. It's up here, but no, it is not the 3. It's actually at a 4. So no, it is not, the maximum is not 3. Choice C, the vertex. Let's see, vertex, that's this point right here at the bottom or the top. Look, it's the bottom, but it's flipped the other way, so the vertex is right here in the middle. It says that the vertex is 4, 1. Let's see, 4, 1. Is that true? 4, 1. That's over here on the side. No, that's incorrect. No, that's not the vertex. This guy says the axis of symmetry, that's where you chop it down the middle, is at x equals 1. Let's see, let's chop him down the middle. Let's see if we hit the x line at 1. Yes, we do. The axis of symmetry is 1. Now, this is where you have to know those things. You got to know the asymptote. You've got to know the axis of symmetry. You've got to know where the vertex is. You've got to know where the maximum and the minimum and how to find those things, because they're going to lump those guys in the same equations. Like we have to go through all those things. Roots. You have to go through your rocks here for the first part. You have to know where the maximum is and where to find it. You have to know where the vertex is, and you have to know the axis of symmetry. You have to know that stuff. So they're going to lump them all in together because they're not going to ask you one question from each. So, all right, good luck. Good stuff right there. All right, this guy, here's another one. Complete blah, 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 blah. Move the correct answer, blah, 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 blah. I see the word minimum and I see the word maximum. I have no idea what to do, but I look at this graph. This graph looks like it has is that a highest point or a lowest point? That's a lowest point. LP is on minimum. So I'm going to put minimum right there. Now let's see, where is the actual minimum at? It's right here. And it's right at -4. So I would throw a -4 in there and I'd be done. Very good. Like normally I'd say go to the X line, go find the solutions, but it's not asking for that. I saw maximum, minimum. You had to change your thinking. Let's get that going. Now where's the axis of symmetry here? Where would the axis of symmetry be? Let's cut it in half and see what X value we touch. We touch -1. So the axis of symmetry here is -1. Just in case they ask you that, it's always good to practice. All right, here we go. Now we're on step 4. Step 4 is the word problems. Here we go. You're going to have to pull the numbers out of the story. So step 4 is called numbers. Our job there is to pull the numbers out of the story. So here we go. Paper cost blah, 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 per blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't even know what to do. I have no clue. So let's see. Let me write this stuff down. First one says 18.99. And this is, oops, let me do it like this. 18.99, and that is representing the cartridges. This guy says a shipping fee, so I'm going to put a fee, a F for 7.95, $7.95. Actually, they're both dollars. I should put them all together since they're both money. So there goes a money, and this guy is also a money, 7.95. But if you didn't do it as money, you'll see that it's 2 separate groups. All right, that's all I have. I only have 2 numbers. Well, what do you do when you only have 2 numbers? Figure out who has the X. So to figure out who has the X, you look at that word P that we have there, P-E-E. It stands for per, each, every. Per, each, every. Those are the clues to tell you who the X is. This guy says 18.99 per cartridge. That means that an X will go here. He is the guy that's going to have the letter. Let's see, choice A. I don't even see the 18.99. Get him out of here. Choice C, I see it with the letter. Keep him. Choice D, nope, get him out of here. Choice D, yes, keep him. Now, choice C says a T, and choice D says a C here. Let's go read. Is there a word that starts with a T around him, or is there a word that starts with a C around him? There's a C right there, and that's for cartridges. So we are going to go 18.99 C because it's talking about cartridges at this point. So there we go. Our answer here will be choice D, like dog, because it's got 18.99 C for cartridges. All right, this guy. Dang, no idea what to do. Lots of reading. Don't read. Go pull out the numbers. Don't read the total distance of centimeters. Who cares? Don't read that. Let's just pull out numbers. Let's go. First number I see is 264. So 264, And that represents what? What is 264? Is that cats? Is it dogs? What could 264 be? It says 264 is centimeters, so I'll put cent. Cool. Then I have an 11. That is not centimeters. That's a new thing, and that thing is going to be called seconds. So I'm going to put sec right there. So that's going to go there. And now this guy says, what is the time? 408 centimeters. So here's 408, and he goes under the centimeters column. Now when you have three numbers given to you, you're going to either do baseball or three in a row. This right here is what baseball looks like. So I'm going to multiply these guys right here. So I'm going to do 408 times, I'll do the times, shift 8, 11. 408 times 11, and I get this number. So I've used him and I've used him. The guy I have not used, I will then divide the answer by that. So I'm going to go 4488 divided by 264, and I get a 17. So stop. Let's see what we did again. I did a word problem. I had three numbers. It's not three in a row. Oh, it's stacked like baseball, so you hit this corner times that corner. I'm going to rewrite it again. I'll put a little space there. 408 times 11. That is step one. I get a 448. So I get a 4488. I write down that 4488. I divide it by the number that I did not use yet. I've used the 408 and I used the 11. I can see it. And I will divide it by the guy I did not use, and I get a 17 for my answer, and you are finished. That's how you baseball. All right, now we got this guy. Blah, 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 blah. I see an x equals 512. Should I type that in? No, because I'm not dealing with any equations. Shoot. All right, let me see. X column is going to be 512. Y column is going to be 128. And then I get another Y of 64. So 64 right there. Hey, guess what? I have baseball again. So I'm going to take the bottom number, times it by the other guy's top number. So I'm multiplying these corners. 64 times 512 gives me 32, blah, blah, blah. So 32768 divided by the number I have not used, which is the 128, and I get a 256. And my answer is going to be A. Easy. I love this. Baseball is so simple, so easy. All right, here we go. This guy. Oh my gosh, I got to write more equations. Oh my gosh. All right, first thing I see is 7. And I see that's dollars, so I'm going to put a dollar sign here. It's a 7. And then I see a 10, so I'm putting the 10 in dollar signs. Then I see a 100. He's also going to go in the dollar sign column. All right, guess what? I've got 3 in a row right here. So let's write it in. Which one's the total? Which one do you think the total is? The 7, the 10, or the 100? The 100. It's always the biggest one. So it's going to be 7x plus 10y equals 100. So I will drag the 7 here. Then I will drag the 10y here. And oh shoot, I know the 100 goes in the back. I don't know what symbol goes here. Hold on, let me go read around the 100. 100 is over, so I want this to be over. I want this side over here to be bigger than the 100. So I want it to be like 200. And then I want to have the 100 here. So for this to be true, I want the mouth to eat the 200. It's got to eat that 200. So this is the mouth that I want right here. And I'm going to pick that second one. But if you can put all the numbers in the right place, you're winning already. And then good luck with the symbol, because sometimes it's tricky. But good luck. You're doing a great job. I'm really proud of you guys. You can think. You're doing good. Let's go. Keep it up. All right, this guy, total cost, blah, 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 who cares? I see a 4, and it's talking about tickets. So I'm putting a tick right there, putting a 4 underneath him. Then I see a dollar sign, so I'm putting dollars here, and that is 160. And then I see an 8 for tickets. Then I see a 300 for tickets. All right, what do you do when you have 4 numbers? Well, I can't do the per each every, because that's not going to help me here. I can't do baseball because I have too many numbers. I can't do 3 in a row because I don't have 3 in a row. So here's what you do here. They actually gave you 2 points. So you got to put them in the table. I'm going to put the 4 with the 160. Then I'm going to put the 8 with the 300. There he is. Then I'm going to do the y1 squiggle mx1 plus b. And I have my whole equation here. I have my full equation right here. Now this guy says, which linear equation represents this? Well, let me type in the m because I want the slope. The slope is 35. Let's see, who's got the 35 with the x? Because the slope has the x. No, no, yes. It's choice C. I'm finished. So it's not difficult. It just requires some thinking, but it's easy though. All right, now we're on to the fourth one. The fourth step is 1, 2, 3, B, C. 1, 2, 3, B or C, and you're going to guess. You have 5 total guesses to use whenever you're stuck on a question. All right? So the 1 means go back, revisit the skills, make sure there's not something that we missed. We didn't miss an equation in there. The number 2 means make sure there's not a keyword that we missed. Number 3 thing means make sure there's no numbers that you can pull out and try to use. And once you've done that, then you've done what we've asked you to do. You've done your due diligence. Now your job is to guess. You're going to guess B or C. Those have the highest frequency compared to A, B, C, and D. So we have the best chance of getting it right if we just guess B or C whenever it's time to guess. Now, you only have 5 of those, so make sure that you're using them whenever you're able to, but not all the time, right? If you got to use 6, I guess, but that's it. You're not guessing more than that. And that is it. That's everything. You finished the whole year of algebra. Now there'll be some practice problems in the description. Go there. Good luck. Apply this stuff. You know how to cycle back and forth between skills. Get good at recognizing things. If I was you, I'd find out, what am I good at? What do I like to do? Me personally, I love to split. Splitting is so easy. If I can split, I'm doing that. The next one I like to do is to box the Y. Boxing the Y is so important. That skill alone is going to get you like 12 or 13 questions. Otherwise, you are locked out of those 12 or 13 questions because you don't know how to type it in correctly. I would do those first, then I would do slope, then I would do domain. Those are super simple, super easy stuff. And then just go find easy ones. Like, don't rush in and do the hard ones first. I gotta take a fresh brain to all the hard questions. No, you do all the easy ones first. Get all those slam dunks that you can first. And also, if I was you, I'd keep a tally. How many do I know for sure I got right? That way you can know where you are. Like, oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing really good right now. Let's keep it up. And you'll know how you feel by the time you leave that test. So good luck, guys. This is the full year of algebra all in one video. Let's go. Thank you for making it. If you made it this far, I'm really proud of you. Just study, practice the stuff on the links that I supply you. If you get a 50% or greater, you're doing okay. Let's get that to like a 75 though. Then you'll be doing really good. If you're in the 80s, you're above that, you're doing fantastic. I am so proud of you. But let's at least get 50s. Then let's get to 75s. And let's be living at 75s. It'll be so good. Once we get higher than that, I'll be so proud of y'all. All right, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. You have a great day. Make sure you study so you can show yourself approved. Let's have these skills. That way, it's not just for you. Get it for you, but you want to make sure you can help yourself, help your teachers, help your neighbors. Because when you walk into a room, you want people to say, oh my gosh, I am so glad you're here. Because you're here to help me out and you can save someone's day. All right? Because we need more heroes. Y'all guys have a great day. I'll see you later. I hope you have fantastic success. And yeah, drop a comment. Let's know how you do. All right? We'll see you later. Yeah, go get them.
Thank you, Father. It's our honor. All your sons, all your daughters give you praise. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father.